Hello, hello, hello. Is this thing on? Sorry, TikTok folk, I had to restart. Think it only affected TikTok folk. You guys were the only ones who technically saw it early. We're live on Twitch. Are we live on YouTube? We're live on YouTube. Yippee! And we should be live on TikTok and Twitter too. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I hope we are all doing swell and dandy. It is a late night start. You probably just finished watching the Home Run Derby not that long ago. I wonder how many big dumper waiting rooms. Okay, there's just one that got put out on Twitter. Okay, so yes, we are here waiting for Cal Raleigh. And whatever we get is probably going to be really dang solid, and I'm actually really excited. Fun day in store. We've been keeping up with all of our all-star stuff, trying to go live every night so we can see it all. So we're going to just not waste any time. We're going to jump right into the game because I have some things to catch up on. Hope you all are doing swell. Giants, Mutt Fanatic, SpongeBob SquarePants, Low Taper K, Tom Hockey, Ellie Forever, Rob, Golden. How are we all doing? What's up, Rocco, Jeffy, JL, Grayson, Lawson, Lincoln? How are we doing? I hope you're doing swell. Cal Raleigh and the other Home Run Derby cards have not come out yet. Has not come out at this very moment. So we are going to actually be grinding some of the content we have. I haven't done any of the draft stuff, so I'm going to try to get some of that done. And while we're doing that, the Home Run Derby stuff will come out at some point soon. If you're watching on YouTube, I just took the voucher of Cal Raleigh, slapped a 99 overall on it. We're going to get a 99 overall Raleigh. They already said it's going to be, the Home Run Derby winner is going to be the reward for the collection as a 99 overall. I'm like very sure they said that. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have like 98s, 97s for the lower overall players, which will still be fun. But I assume they will only be in a pack and maybe get a pack or free or something like that for free in the program. So just hop right into the moments. Let's get it. Oh my. Mr. Day! Coming on in with the 69 months. 69 months for the dumpers. Sheesh! Day, I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you, my friend. I am so excited for you to come out here and for us to go to a Yankee game in Cooperstown. It is going to be a swell time. Also, chat, I have a new headset. I spent a bit of money on this on Amazon Prime Day. It wasn't really on sale on Prime Day, but they're open back headphones, meaning I could hear everything around me. So I'm not sure if I will be speaking in the same tone that I do, because I hear myself speaking very clearly. I don't know if I sound any different on the stream or not. Because I realize sometimes when I talk, I almost sound like I'm yelling is because I can't hear myself easily. But now I can. So, yeah. It's up there with I can't believe they did it, you know, as it should. Cal Raleigh absolutely killed it. It's funny because I didn't really expect him to do well. Or that well, I should say. Like, I know he hit the homers well in real life, but like, just because you hit the homers in real life doesn't mean you're going to do well in the Derby. He absolutely crushed it. It's not that often like the Home Run Derby winner does, or the home run leader does well in the Derby all the time. It doesn't really happen that way often, I don't think. I think they said that the home run leader at the time typically got eliminated early on. But the dumper killed it. He absolutely crushed it. And O'Neal Cruz did well, but it's like exactly like I predicted. I had that feeling he was going to do well in the beginning. He was going to have a lot of homers in one round and hit the furthest homer, but he was going to fizzle out at the end. And yeah, I think he just kind of fizzled out at the end. Yeah, Jazz going out there and hitting 3 made me sad. It made me sad. I didn't expect him to win. I honestly didn't expect him to do too well, but 3 is kind of rough. It's a rough showing. Eli Willits, by the way, hitting some bing bongs.
Bing bong.
Forgot to hit my record button. Nice. Nice. This happened now. 1 a.m. Eastern because they dropped it at 1 Eastern last year. Okay. That's some good comms. That's some good comms. I'm ready to play. Yeah, play. What's up, Kyle? How are we doing, buddy? What's good? What's good? Got screwed with the draft stuff. Yeah, I feel bad for anyone that actually bought the packs for the 75K and 30K. But also, there is a part of me that's like, you know, if you've been playing the game all year and you were in that position, you probably should have known they were going to come out with a program with the packs in them. And either way, if there was any free pack, they were going to likely go down at least a bit. Because that's just the nature of it. And they did explicitly announce beforehand on like the article that they wrote that they were going to come out with a combined pack with all 30 of the players. And they were going to have a program. And apparently they had already said there was going to be a repeatable conquest that I missed. So I think all of those things were kind of a gimme that like they were likely going to go down. And I think SDS overpriced the packs. That was kind of silly by them. So I was very happy that I just paid 75K. I tried them and I sold them. Just wasn't worth it. And I got Willis back at like a pretty solid price, like 40 something K, I think. He went up a bit today. Doing good, Golden. Doing good. Doing good. Chat, I've been kind of spending today catching up. I'm making a video of all the All-Star weekend content that I want to have released Wednesday, ready tomorrow. And I'm going to Tampa on Wednesday. So I kind of needed to get this video edited, basically close to done, so I could post it for Wednesday. So that's what I did most of today. I was editing. I was in the lab cooking up a video. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with where it's turned out. Tomorrow, I'm going to basically get it finished. And then tomorrow, and later, I think around like probably 2 p.m. in that ballpark, in general, I'm going to go live. And we're actually not going to be on MLB The Show. Variety Scann is here. And we're going to actually start off by playing Destiny 2. They have a DLC coming out. We're going to be playing the campaign co-op with Ants. And I don't know if anyone else is going to join us for that. And that'll be our start of the day. We're going to be doing that as really most of the day. And then All-Star game will kind of come around. We'll probably switch over to MLB. Play some virtual baseball. Grind the content until the All-Star game stuff drops. And then literally when the All-Star game stuff drops, I probably won't grind a program. I'm just going to see if we can get, you know, any luck out of the pack, play a ranked game, and then quickly edit that up in a video or something along those lines. Because I got to get out of here at like 4 a.m. Wednesday morning, which is going to be fun. So I'm going to try to get that video done, edited, and uploaded, get a couple hours of sleep before I leave, and then hit the road. The full round of draftees. Yeah. But I think I sometimes think there's a reason for it. I wish I knew what. I don't know if it's like because you have to get the people's rights or anything like that. But yeah. I will say those cards at a cheap price worth it. And hopefully they get like cheap kind of soon. I mean, honestly, right now, like what a lot of them are like 10K. Pretty solid for like a 97 overall. But they're also like worse than other similar cards in the game because a lot of those cards are live series cards, like all-star game cards, and those get live series quirks while those guys don't get any. Just some of them get an outlier. And I kind of wish they found a way to give those players just at least some active quirks because that does kind of take away their value. Also, they are just like no names in a sense that like people don't know who they are, so they're intrinsically going to have less value attached to them. So I hope they just kind of are maintain their balance in their price. Witherspoon seems pretty cool. He has the outlier 4 seam when he was the Red Sox guy, right? I remember that name. Bucket Anderson for 70K. F in the chat. We do not know when the content comes out. They haven't explicitly given a time yet. Also, chat, we vibing with the music this loud? One thing I noticed with this headset is it plays my PC's audio a little quieter. So I had the music turned up naturally, and I forgot to turn it down. If this is like a good volume or too loud or anything like that, let me know. I probably will have to tune it. Seems fine. Yippee.
Nope, outside.
There's Jack. That's not Jackson. It's Ethan Holiday. My bad. My bad, Holiday fam. My bad, fam. In the club. We're all fam. Been a grinder today? I see. I see. Aren't you always a grinder though, Vince? Bro, Vince, you're like always in the Discord screenshotting, getting things right away. And honestly, I gotta tip the cap. I don't have that dog in me anymore. I don't. Even with this All-Star Game stuff, I don't. What type of controller? I'm using a GameSir G7. Actually, yeah, they actually come out with a new one pretty soon. I pre-ordered it too, so I will be getting that one too. It's like a nicer one. But yes, I do use this GameSir. It is small enough to fit my little, not slightly smaller hands, and plays well for MLB The Show.
No ball, 2 strikes.
No sponsor or anything, by the way. That's not a sponsored plug or anything. Not that I plug anything just because I'm sponsored, because there are things I like to use, but you know. So yours just keeps disconnecting? You probably have something weird with your USB cable. Might need a new USB-C cable or something. Imagine how bad you have to be to get booted at the Home Run Derby. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
Counts 1-0.
And I can understand it's just the Derby. It just meant for the fun of it. But to go out there and do that is a rough look. It's a rough look. And honestly, I knew Jazz wasn't going to win. But to put that little up is just kind of sad. It really is.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Jazz doesn't have like natural power. That's like his thing. He's not like a big man at all. He doesn't swing super fast. Like his pop comes from the pitches that he gets, you know? Like he's Yankee Stadium made partially. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. So like for him to be in a Derby was already a hot take. But also like no one else stepped up and did it too, so. Or did it instead of him, so. Yes, USB-C cable work? Yeah. It might have to be a smaller, like might be smaller on the front, because I noticed with the GameSir, the slot that it fits into the controller is kind of small. Do I remember Altuve in the World Series? Yes. Jazz Home Run Derby round sounded like a really bad round of auditions. America's Got Talent. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of those like old American Idol auditions. Now do you say that? If you remember like OG American Idol, where like Simon Cowell would just absolutely flame you if you were terrible, and you're like, ugh. Okay. Gavin Kylan? Is that how you say his name? That's a big boy homer right there. On the other side, I think so. It should. It should. The Xbox only has a USB-A. I don't think it has a USB-C port, but yeah. I actually use a KontrolFreek cable, I think, that... Actually, no, it's a Steel Series cable I had gotten with something. Judge plays in a Little League ballpark. Yeah. It's also one of the league's least hitter-friendly parks. You can keep on saying that all you want. But if you look at the StatCast numbers, in terms of the ballpark factor, Yankee Stadium is always it's amongst the least hitter-friendly parks. And yes, you have right field, and right field is obviously a factor. A lot of lefties who don't have much power, like the Didi Gregoriuses and stuff, hit more homers because of Yankee Stadium. But like the left field gap, center field, the ball does not fly super well out there at all. When they're dropping, we do not know. We do not know. We should pin a message saying, I don't. Scann doesn't know when the content drops. Let's see. Let me do that. I like the educated guess of 1 a.m. Eastern. That was the vibe that people have come with from research. People have apparently gone back to the last year, the precise date when the Home Run Derby stuff dropped then. I will say, I think in theory, it should be less time for them to make than the draft stuff, just because there's so many cards for the draft, but it's still going to be some time. It'll be a wee bit. All right, it's all the moments. A bunch of missions with the draft cards that I don't have. I only have 3 cards. But there's the conquest, so we could We kind of just use some of them doing a conquest, I guess. Yeah, draft was at 12:30, but it also ended way earlier. Or I should say the picks that were included in the content, I think, ended earlier, right? Correct? Let's see here. Caden Bodine, welcome to the team. We got Willits. I forgot I got him back. And then Jace Laviolette. What a name. That's a very baseball name. Jace Laviolette. And then, what's it like? Players below 25? Something like that, right? I did watch the Home Run Derby. It was very cool. It was very cool besides the Jazz Chisholm part. Like, I had a fun time besides that part. Who would have thought, right? Wow, these actually are pretty short, these missions. Not too bad, not too bad. And just stats with general players. I should remember to get steals with the shortstops. That's something we'll have to remember to do. And then any Holiday, Bazana, Skeens. So we'll pitch with Skeens, right? I don't think I have any other pitcher. And then players under 25. Skeens, Holiday, Bazana are the other players of interest. A ball signed by Cal and his dad and brothers going to the hall. That's dope. Yeah, the fact that he did it with like that battery of like his family was actually so sick. So sick. That is a flex if I've ever seen one. I wish I had the other Jackson Holiday. I guess I could just use live series. Like, what difference does it really make? What difference does it make? Get him at third. And then we'll get Matt Holiday. Nope, that's Jaron Duran. That's tennis racket boy. Oh. Okay. His brother is hyping up. Yeah, it's so dope. That is so dope. I guess the game is already going through it. Yep, it bugged out. Whenever you see that Orioles logo. Kind of glad Junior didn't win because they didn't want under 99 third base. I mean, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. Junior also would have had secondaries, though. Shortstop and second base, I think. Load up game, dang it. Do you think we'll get a Buxton cycle card? I think there's a very good chance at a Buxton cycle card. Very good chance. They like to do that, right? Like to give cards to those milestones. I feel like there's a good chance. I guess I could be misremembering. Remembering. Nice. I may just not be remembering correctly, but I feel like they have been giving cards for those like special events. Like if someone does anything like that. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I would love it though. I am a big Byron Buxton truther since I have him in fantasy. So yeah. I feel like it's a theme in my life nowadays. Just like half the players I like in MLB The Show are dudes on my dynasty baseball team. So fantasy team. So we're actually gonna start off with the draft players and the PXP stuff with them, and then we'll pitch with Skeens. You know, I probably need to just keep pitching with Skeens anyway because I haven't gotten his cover card. And I don't think there are any relievers. Yeah. So we got Riley Quick. And Cruz Schoolcraft. That's a name, all right. Schoolcraft is a crazy name. And let's look for some youngins to get in the lineup. Some youngins. Crash out when it's going to go live. I don't know, brother. I'm sorry. I don't know when the content is going live. I wish I knew. Some people in chat guessed 1 a.m. Eastern. But yeah, it's going to be late. It's not going to be early. They gotta take a little bit to actually take the time to make the content, and unfortunately, it's not like an instant thing for them to do. Tolia? How young is Tolia? 26? He's not even that young. Pavin is 29. This Andrew Vaughn's 23, so he should count. I feel like I could find someone better than him. Stowers? Stowers? Is that how you say his name? I think it's below 25, correct? For the program? I want to make sure. Yeah, Adam Dunn is a 24-year-old Dunn? Sheesh. PCA, yup. That's a gimme right there. Scan After Dark, yes, sir. What's up, Joker? Hello, hello. And what's up, Zero? How we doing, buddy? Time to draft stuff drop. It was like, wasn't it like 12:30 Eastern? Is that what people were saying? Carol is 24, so we'll use him, I guess. Unless there's anyone else who is fun that's also young. It's crazy that Juan Soto is 26, by the way. I feel like I have to constantly be reminded about that Juan Soto is still really dang young. Ellie's 23. Ellie, we'll use him. That sounds more fun to me. All right, so here we go. This is the sub 25-year-old team. Caden Bodine. This actually is probably a pretty solid card. Switch hitting catcher. Some pretty good contact. You think we have a bunch of lefties in this lineup? I would say so. What I done wrong? I should use Matt Holliday. What am I doing using James Wood out there? Should be Matt Holliday. Get the 3 holidays. What the dog doing? Holiday. Well, 2 holidays. All right. Let's get into the conquest. Thought about Cal beating Rooker by 1 inch, you know? As someone who has probably gotten beaten before by mere inches, I relate to it almost. It's a real relatable situation. So you really got to feel for Brent. But he didn't seem to care too much. You know, he was just happy to be there. Happy to be in the running. That is such a crazy thing to happen, by the way. Such a crazy thing. You should put my card. You should put my card in your starting rotation. What's your card? What's your card? Think he'd only have 38 balls in his bucket? Really? I actually didn't know that. That's a crazy thing to have happen. Yeah, guys, don't expect the content to be coming out right away. We're going to be chilling for a bit here. It takes SCS a bit to get the program done. I know, we're going to go to war because we want this program. I get it. A lot of you guys aren't late night degenerates like I am. Staying up past 9 p.m. is way past your bedtime. I get it. I mean, I don't get it because I stay up till like 3, 4 a.m. every night, so this is nothing. Woohoo! Can I do a Brewers rebuild? I think that was actually on my list. I had a video I was planning for the long run where I rebuilt the worst teams in the MLB. Basically just the teams that don't have a World Series yet. So I was going to do a rebuild for the Padres Padres? Did the Padres even have a World Series? I don't think. Yeah, I think it's Padres, Brewers, Mariners, Rockies, right? I was gonna rebuild all 4 of those teams and do it all in one video, like one really long video. But other things pop up, and it's still a video play that I plan on doing before the next game comes out and stuff. But yeah, nowhere close to it. I don't even think I got through the Padres playoffs yet. 70 power home run derby Jazz card. Yeah, it's gonna be elite. Bro, this guy Jace has no stride in his swing. He just stands there menacingly. Yeah, I will say, I should really mention this, chat. If the pack is expensive, or they do something they did last night, some conniving, sneaky little nonsense, where they just price the cards so expensive for this one pack and come out with another pack later or something, where it'd be like, oh, top 2 home run derby players, 70K, top 4 home run derby, or every other home run derby player, 30K. I'm not buying. I just simply won't. I don't think they're going to, though. I think it'll just be one home run derby pack. They'll have like 2 or 3 rounds of rarity. Cal Raleigh will be the collection that I likely won't get tonight. But there's a chance I do, if the cards are priced a certain way. But I'm expecting to be expensive, so I'm not going to sell my soul and waste all my stubs. I will just make sure to get Jazz, or I at the very least want to get the most expensive card in the pack. That's the main thing I want to do. One of my goals for this weekend was to get every best card in the pack. I honestly didn't expect SCS to do collections for every individual thing, but they seemingly are. So I'm at least going to get the players in the pack, and then I'll work towards a collection over to like next however long. You'll quit your job to get your card? I will. I know you will. I know you will. Except that's a lie. I know you wouldn't. New Deftones album? I don't know if you have. I don't know if you have mentioned it, Vince. Hey, let's go, Diamond. I appreciate it, dude. Absolute legend. You're probably excited to know. I don't know if you've heard that the Rays do a esports tournament every year called the Sunburst Invitational. I'm actually going down to Tampa this week for the in-person finals that they do. The Rays are flying me down to Tampa. What a crazy sentence to speak. Also, I should scroll back up. What did the guy say? Travis Adams. I'll take a look. I'll take a look. I will take a look after this game and see if we could add Travis Adams to the team. We'll see if that's even a possibility. He's gonna fix the roof. Oh, hell he is. All pack, no collection. Well, they did say Cal Raleigh is. They said the winner is gonna be a collection. Like SCS did say that. Remind me after his game. We'll pull up the video. I'm like very sure they said that. Yeah, first round exit, base round, rare round with the second round exits, and then the best round being what's his face, Caminero, and then dumper collection. Pew, pew, pew. All I ask is SCS, drop a free pack in the program. If you're gonna do anything, drop a free pack in the program, please. I know, there'd be someone like, oh, Scann, you want them to give you the card. No, but like, at least give me a chance at it. Link it in Discord? Hell yeah. Ow! Okay, we're gonna get 2 runs this game. There's no shot all this hype actually delivers, right? Good question, good question. Hype is in the fate of the beholder. As in, you know, it depends on how much you're excited for it. You know, I've been there, done that with Home Run Derby content. And I think the cards wound up being pretty fun and good. But I'm fully expecting, and like we already know, there is a collection. And I'm fully expecting SCS to try to make things expensive. It's what they've been doing with all this All-Star Game stuff. Like, they showed it with the draft content. So I'm not getting my hopes that high. So for me, the hype isn't that high. I mean, or the expectations aren't that high. Just seeing fun cards is really enough to make me happy. Hopefully with a free card in the program. If not, and the cards are expensive, and you can only buy in a pack, I'll be upset. I think many people will too. Derby stuff hasn't dropped yet. PCA. Yeah, Cal is going to be nuts. He'll be very good. Very good, I think. Yeah, that's why I'm going down to Tampa. I'm fixing the roof. Now I get it. Now I get why you said that. It took me too long to understand it. I was like, how's Cal Raleigh going to fix the roof? What roof? I understand it now. Ow. There we go, Caden Bonine. You'd have 600K after a Shohei and Cattell pull in 12 hours. Oh my God, I hate you. Fatty. I don't want to say your name. Fatty. I'm calling you Fatty. Okay? Just Fatty. I hate you in Minecraft. I'm jealous. I have not gotten any good packs this game in a long minute. In a minute. All my All-Star game packs have been dookie. Or All-Star weeks. It took me that long. We don't need to talk about it. Yeah, I'm brain dead right now. This guy literally has no stride. He might have the worst swing in the game. That's insane. Just look at his front foot. Yeah, draft cards will get cheaper. All this content will get cheaper. It's the theme of the game. So, like, I get it. The reason there's conflict for me is because a lot of the fun in the All-Star game content is the immediacy of it. I can get the cards right away. And it used, like, the last couple years before, I felt like a general trend was that the cards in the packs weren't getting too expensive and they were kind of reasonable to get. So it was kind of cool to get your hands on it right away and kind of like enjoy, like relive the moment or celebrate the moment of like the derby, the game, and all that right away in the game. And it, you know, being accessible to people or more accessible for people. But if the cards are expensive, I mean, I know I'm going to already not be happy that I won't be able to get a Cal Raleigh right away. You're going to have to collect all the cards, and to collect all the cards is probably going to be a good chunk of stubs. So, like, on that note, it's already not going to be the best. Like, you know, it's already confirmed. But if they can at least kind of make up for it in some other ways, and it kind of makes it a little better. Like, you know what I miss? I miss, like, I remember MLB 21. And no, MLB 21 is controversial, but I remember there was the Home Run Derby Vlad Jr. card. Like, that card was so fun. And there was, I will say back then, the card was expensive. But at least the best card you could just buy for one lump price. It was like 100K, whatever it was back then, 100, 200K. It was expensive, but you're able to just get them right away instantly, not the most crazy. He also started to get cheap right away. They released the All-Star Games packs not that long after. I have a feeling Cal Raleigh is going to be expensive to get. It really just depends on how many packs they come out with. If the rare round guys does end up being like less than 75K, could probably be okay. If they end up being like the draft guys, though, it probably won't be bad. 400K plus, I'm not looking forward to, and I will not go for. I just simply won't. I will just wait for that, which will kind of take away some of the fun, but I'm expecting it to be expensive. No way it's 400. It just depends on the odds and the overalls of the cards. There are less cards to collect, which is good, but they could really balance the cards in the pack to be a certain way. No way I'm getting Cal Raleigh. You know, you're probably not wrong, but we're going to try our darnest, dang it. I did forget about the prediction part. We'll find out about that after the All-Star game. I did get O'Neal Cruz hit the furthest homer, right? He hit the furthest homer and had the most in the round, right? Oh my. Jamie Millard. He didn't have that dog in him to stay up for Cal Raleigh. SMH my head, not my Twitch partner. Can we get some L Mills in the chat? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But J Mills, I appreciate it, buddy. I hope the stream went dandy. I tuned in the stream at one point. I think it was just after the derby. I was lurking for a moment, and you were just sitting, and I could tell you were sitting for a bit because the console gameplay was like dimmed out because you were sitting for a bit and you were on your phone. So I was like, I wonder what's going on in there. And then went back to my editing. You've been live for 10 hours? Bro, but lock in. There's a big dumper waiting on the other side. A big dumper that'll probably be way too many stubs.
Miss, ball four, take your base.
Because of distance? Yes, that's correct. I wonder if they give it a tie in game. I wonder if they count him and what's his face,
That's a ball.
Cruz, and who was the other one they tied with?
Ball. 3-0.
Already forgot.
Hut. 3-1. Yeehaw.
Just I hit the O'Neal Cruz picks, but you know what? I was the same exact way. I picked James Wood to win. I really thought he was cooking, and then everyone else came up, and I was like, yeah, you know, he wasn't cooking. He was not cooking. It's kind of sad because he has like a lot of natural power. He just didn't have the launch angle today, I guess. He kind of got forgotten. I felt like he was just kind of a forgotten performance. Really got like instantly overshadowed by O'Neal Cruz. Yep, I felt like a lot of people went James Wood to win. I think he was a pretty fine pick of the bunch left. I think it was kind of fair to expect O'Neal Cruz to kind of fizzle out. But also a lot of people, like, I hate to say this, like the basic guess was Cal Raleigh to win. Because he was the home run leader. But in my head, like the home run leader doesn't typically win the Derby. So I was not expecting it. And then it actually happened. You went 3 for 3. Oh my God, I hate you. In Minecraft. In Minecraft. You got screwed by going first? Kind of a part of it. Could see that. What's up, Twitch Kevo? How we doing, dude? Cruz was the most pick of all time. I mean, he did cook. I guessed right on the distance in most homers in a round. Cooked there. But I knew he wasn't. I felt like he wasn't going to win. Shouldn't say I knew, because like I could tell the future, you know. I'm not this like big brain scientist. There's a lot of analysis. But I was correct. I'm guessing he wasn't going to win. Cal really going to go back to his hotel tonight and probably just chill, man. Like he for real one of us. Like LOL. Like while Judge lives in his penthouse acting like some sort of dictator, Cal Raleigh just a man of the people. What copy pasta is that day? Where in tarnation did you ever see anything like that? What? Yeah, you know, Cal Raleigh's just chill. He's just going back to his hotel. He's chill, just like one of us, while Judge goes back to his penthouse. Yeah, I had Acuna to win in the first place. He was my pick to win. The only thing that stopped him was Pete Alonso in the past. What did the free vouchers do? I didn't pay any attention. Just picked all Acuna. If you guessed right, you would have gotten a very good reward. But if you guessed wrong, we still use those vouchers, I guess, to get something. Get some sort of reward. Which is pretty cool. Mariner ship post Instagram. Ah, yes. How does an FTP player collecting Rockies card find the funds to get the Ethan Holiday card? Right now, you probably don't. Here's the thing with this game is you can play no money spent. Like I do. But I'm constantly like saving up stubs. I'm always saving them up ahead of time.
2-1.
So I just like accumulation of a lot of things I'll sell and not use because I'm saving up stubs for stuff like this. So if you haven't been doing that, then you got to sit there and sell your soul to grinding stubs. That being Battle Royale if you're good at playing online. And let's be real, who's really playing Battle Royale? Who has any sort of sensible, reasonable, rational mind? Because holy heck, that mode makes me lose my mind. Then you have Diamond Quest. You know, Diamond Quest is more fun. You make some stubs off of Diamond Quest. I get so many comments. People are like, oh, you know, if you just want the stubs, just grind Diamond Quest. Hey, I get it. It's a valid sentiment.
1 ball, no strikes.
But you got to play a lot of them to get a good chunk of stubs. And like,
2-0.
I did it for a bit start the year. I did it for that stretch of time. And I bowed out on being a Diamond Quest grinder for the stubs. Just not for me anymore. It's a cool mode. I enjoy it. And I'm glad it has that purpose. But I just, when I play this game, I want to play ranked and play with the teams that I use. So my subs just kind of come from constantly saving over the long run. You know, I sell a bunch of diamonds to get out of packs. I never buy packs besides for videos like this. That's it. And that's how I make my stubs. Nothing too crazy nowadays. Does kind of help then get content done faster. Does kind of help that I keep up with the content enough to get through XP reward paths and get free packs and stuff. But yeah. It's not that bad to make stubs passively in this game. It just takes a long time of building up. When I played Diamond Quest today, you went from 9K to 375. Good for you. Side note, the new draft conquest that we're doing right now is apparently pretty solid because it's repeatable. So you can keep repeating it and keep getting the draft pack. So if you want the draft players, you can get a good chunk of them by doing that, which I guess is pretty neat. And at least Conquest is easy to complete. It's quick. And you can do it on low difficulties. More accessible to everyone. I know, right? Cruise Schoolcraft is a legendary name. Legendary name. What monitor do I use? I use a MSI 4K 120 hertz. No, 240 hertz OLED monitor. That is very expensive that I don't think most people should use. Let me find that guy that mentioned that we should add him to the team earlier. I want to see if his card actually exists. I assume it does. I assume he's not just making it up. I'll add a viewer's card to the rotation. If you get a card in the game, that is a W flex that I will let you flex all over my stream. Pause. That kind of came out weird. I should look if I have my inventory first. Twins. So you said add to the rotation, so I assume a starter? Nice. Don't have the team filter. Nice. Big brain. Twins. There you are. Sheesh. Look at that man down there. Now here's the question. How old is he? 25. Damn, he just missed the cut. If he was under 25, I'd be able to pitch with him. Under 25. That is depressing. That we were so close. But he's on the team. Shout out him. Thing is, Jazz is gonna get power because he took part in the home run derby. But yeah. And like and there were some people that were like, oh, you know, at least you get a Jazz card. We got a Jazz card in the last content drop before the All-Star stuff, basically. Is he primary third baseman? He is. And like I'll be honest, the home run derby card will be neat, but like he's gonna be slower probably, like slightly slower, or have at least less stealing. Probably have less contact versus righties. Like, is that really that much better just to get a bit of power versus lefties? Like, probably not. So, like, I don't know. We'll have to see what they cook. Might have be a primary second baseman at least, which is neat, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about a home run derby Jazz. What's up, Boomstick? How you been, brother? How have you been? Chat, it's been fun. I just gotta say, it's been fun streaming this All-Star game stuff. It's been fun seeing you guys again. This is the most I've streamed in a stretch of time in a long time. But it's been fun. I really, I say it every time that I want to stream. But I'm just gonna start streaming variety games too at this point. I don't play MLB The Show all the time. I don't. I'd lose my mind if I did it. So I want to start streaming some variety stuff. We're gonna start messing around with some other games that I play in my free time on stream, playing some different stuff. Cause I figured it'd be fun to stream and catch up with you guys. That'd be more fun than just not streaming. So we're gonna keep up with the streams. But I would be cool to stream during a lot of the big, you know, content drops of MLB The Show. Would be cool. Kind of get into the rhythm of that again. As long as I'm like not working on other videos related to them at the moment. Ow! Cal's the collection award. Correct! Expect the pack to come out. And hopefully if you guessed right, you get a pack. That'd be cool. I'm curious to see how they do that. Chad, nobody knows when the content comes out, okay? Nobody knows when the content comes out. I'm going to put it on this info ticker underneath the stream, okay? I'm going to put it on there. Okay? We do not know when the Home Run Derby content releases. So now you can read it down below. We do not know when it comes out. It'll probably come out. It will come out tonight, but we have no gauge of time. It's out right now. Really, Aiden? Are you saying if I quit this game and go to the pack shop, that the new content will be in the shop? There's no way it just dropped right now. If it dropped right now, I'll quit this game. I was an idiot and I had scrolled up on my Twitch chat, so it was stuck on a message from way earlier, and nobody was. I saw nobody type any new messages for like a minute. I bet my Twitch chat was saying, "Scan, it's out, scan, it's out. Don't go into a game." Idiot. Okay. Home Run Derby. Ah, yes, my favorite. 98 overall blank. There it is. Junior Caminero. Oh my Lanta. Oh my gosh. I don't care. This is a 98 overall. This card mashes. Absolutely mashes. Holy smokes. O'Neal Cruz. Sheesh. Can he field anything? No, but he can't IRL either. That's fine. He's here to hit tanks, and that's what he's gonna do. Gosh, dang it, he's gonna be expensive. Byron Buxton. Oh my gosh, this card's gross too. Buxton is gross too. Even James Wood. Like, all of these are like the best DH in the game, whichever one you get, which is sick. Matt Olson, pretty dang good. You could actually get away with playing him at first too. And I say DH because like you're probably not playing some of these guys in the outfield. Buxton, you probably can. You definitely can. But a lot of these other guys, it's a little riskier. Jazz, oh my gosh, you got 115 pop. Let's go. This card actually rakes. I will take it. One moment. Where is he? Where's Jazz? Where is he in the market? Where's Jazz? There he is. I'm like, give. Dang it, I won him for 12K. Let me be big brain. Come on, just sell him for 10K. That's all he's selling for. Just sell him for 9,200. Dang it, I'm late on it. Just gonna 9,700. Come on, give him to me. I need him. Yee! I bought a second one. That's fine. It's an investment. I totally did not mean to do that. It's an investment. We just paid 30K for those 3 absolute smackers of cards. I had to do that quick. Said it in a moment. So losing vouchers. So you exchange the 1 losing voucher for a ball as a habit pack. Okay. And then the winning vouchers, you get 1 right, you get a deluxe pack. Okay, fine. And you get a choice pack. Oh my God, they give you a free pack for getting 2 of them right. Shout out O'Neal Cruz. That's my GOAT for real. If you got 3 of them right, you got the rare round choice pack. Oh my God. SCS went nutty on that. I wish I got him right now. That making me a sad. Now I better bet the AL better win the All-Star game tomorrow. The AL better win the All-Star game tomorrow. Just auto flipping. Not getting my hopes up. Shout out Manny Machado. Depressing. But that's okay. That is okay. You can't have them all. One day I will get a rare round in a pack. Right? One day maybe we'll get a rare round in a pack. Maybe. That was a very chaotic stretch of times. Very chaotic stretch of time there, and I love it. I love it. I love it so much. And keep a check on those guys. I should put up one of my extra card. My extra jazz. Because I think he'll probably go down after this. Because there'll be a program. Banger. So did they come out with the program? You get 97 overall Brent Rooker. Oh my gosh. These cards raked. They went so crazy on the hitting. I almost feel like this is going to be partially problematic. Because, like, this has got to be a top couple second baseman, third baseman in the game. This is a top couple second baseman, third baseman, shortstop in the game. I don't care how bad his fielding is. I don't know if the defense will hurt that much. This is a top shortstop in the game. This is a top outfielder in the game. I almost feel like it's going to be slightly problematic how stacked on the hitting they made him. You know? We'll have to see. So they have a bunch of missions, no moments, just hitting home runs with players on teams. I kind of wish they did moments, but I guess I get why they didn't. I guess I get it. Kind of sad, but fine. I'm glad we at least got the one free pack. Now I don't feel bad for not buying a pack. This is like, you know, wait, no. Let me cook. This is why I saved my stubs. No, I'm just doing this. I'm just letting it fly. I want the dumper. I want Thumpy. Maybe I'll cancel the Cameron Arrow. I should make sure Jazz in what's his face so. We'll cancel Cameron Arrow. We'll cancel. We'll wait to make a decision, but I feel like 50K for him isn't bad. I'll just take that. And we'll just sell the extra. I still made stubs off of them, so. And let's look at Cal. We gotta look at the dumper. We gotta look at him. Just take a ponder, you know? Sheesh. That is nutty. And that defense will be perfectly fine back at catcher. Holy smokes. This is like an end game card. Brent Rooker is card number 7. So you could actually skip one of them. Am I seeing that right? I'm so glad I didn't buy Cameron Arrow. So, no, I don't know math. This just in. Streamer doesn't know math. I need to buy Cameron Arrow. Idiot. I'll wait, though. I'll wait a moment. I'll wait a little bit. Because the end of the program, there's a pack. And I want to take my shot at the pack. I just want to. I want to let it fly. Also, you know, remember I said I wasn't going to be live long and I was just going to go to bed? Nah, we're staying live. We're staying. We're going to go through this draft stuff and hope we get some progress there. They managed to make the card so good that has made me want to stay on. So we're just going to keep at it. I should look at the missions here. We're close to this mission. We're close to Bazana. Innings pitchers, starting pitchers. Then I pitched toy. Oh, I swapped them out mid-inning. Doofus. Stone base for shortstop. Gotta remember to do that next time. Let's just keep playing. Let's get to that conquest, like we were doing, and we'll try to get some home run derby program progress as we go. Pretty massive program for him only getting it out in 2 hours. Yeah, I'd say so. What's up, Arrow? How we doing, buddy? Arrow is good, my guy. Where do I redeem the pack? It is. They got a whole section for it in the collections. It's in the collection section now. If you get I think you get 2 picks right. and you get a home run derby pack. If you get 3 players right, you get a guaranteed rare round between All-Star Game Home Run Derby, which is pretty dope. And if you get 4 of them right, I think you get a second rare round guaranteed, which is a W. I really hope the AL wins tomorrow, because if they win, then I can get a guaranteed rare round player. I sleep now. Good night, J Mills. Good night, good sir. How much longer to the home run derby stuff? I think another 5 hours, just from what I've heard. Just speculation that I've heard.
1-0.
Sorry, I'm deaf. I mean, there's a section in the collections. It's not an exchange, you just collect them. They have winning and losing voucher sections. So even if you guessed wrong, you could still collect your voucher. Chance of being in the big leagues for wrestling? That's pretty sick. That is dope, Arrow. You also would find it cool to know that I've actually been watching wrestling a bit over the last couple of years. I've been trying to keep up with it. I watched AEW All In with some buds this last weekend, and it was pretty cool, pretty snazzy. Yeah, that Cal Raleigh is crazy. It kind of worked out for SDS that it was Raleigh. Because, like, that card is gross. And he's a catcher. So, like, that makes him even more wanted. Hate that. Just pulled O'Neal out of the free derby pack. Congratulations! Congratulations! I'm happy for you! Someone who has not gotten a single rare round out of any of the All-Star Game packs yet. I'm dead inside. All right, well, good time to hit some homers with that. So you get Cal Raleigh by collecting all of the home run derby cards, which is a bit of an expensive task, but actually not that bad. The 4 base round guys are going for like 11K in that ballpark. And the rare round guys are 3 of them, and they're going for 50K each. So like it's about like 200K, which was really solid price-wise. It didn't make any expensive guaranteed rounds, and the free pack they gave with the predictions, I think, kind of helped balance their price. So, you know what, SDS? This, I think, was a significantly larger W of a content drop than the draft stuff. The draft stuff was pretty needy. Darn. Neato. But I think this kind of upped it for sure. Even the 96 overall cards, smack. You play versus CPU versus the Rockies away. That is if you are absolutely min-maxing. Agree with that. I probably will do that after do the Conquest. I want to do the Conquest at least once for the program progress. I will say I'm happy that I got the video as far edited as I did, because we actually get time to sit down and hang out here. If this content was pretty surface level, I was literally just going to end it and then just move on with it. So the fact I'm sitting here playing this is a big dub, SCS. Honestly, they cooked a bit here. Hello, Mr. Sneaky. Are we doing Sneaky? Let's go, Arrow. That's dope, dude. That is dope. You've been at it like all the time for how long now? How long has it been that you've been like really grinding to do the wrestling stuff? I know it's been like probably like what, 3-4 years at least, right? All right, I gotta remember I gotta go full innings with the pitchers. Full innings. Had 360K, spent 280K in Cattell. Was that a bad move? No move is a bad move in my opinion, as long as you get the card that you want. However, you know, depending on how you play the game, you know, there are cards, different cards that are more valuable than, say, even Cattell. Because Cattell is great, but there's just a lot of good cards in the game. So, you know, maybe you miss out on some other content because you went for Cattell, but, I mean, it's all in the eyes of the beholder. Cattell is a great card. I feel like the only time I could really universally say that, like, you made a bad decision is if you bought the cards yesterday, the draft cards for 75K, and then the next pack for 30K. Because the program came out and they were, like, right away got cheaper. How do you get Cal Raleigh? You collect all Home Run Derby cards. PCA. 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 The OnlyFans content. Hooray! Chat, if you want to see the OnlyFans, go to thescann.com. And you'll see a little teaser of what's coming soon. What's up, Blake Adigo? Hopefully I'm not butchering that. How we doing, dude? Pick Junior. Is that a dub? I think Junior is sick. He's a great choice because he plays second and third and short. And he'll rake in comparison to the other players at that position. Only scans? Yes, sir. Chat, should we actually make, like, a piece of merch that's kind of designed like the OF logo, but make it only scans? You got Chris Sale? Hooray, yippee. What's up, CJ? What's going on, dude? Howdy, howdy. Your Mariners fan see our catcher win. That is so sick. I would be very happy as a Mariners fan. You know, I had a great day watching Jazz hit 3 homers in the Derby. Not that I actually care that much, but like when you're excited to see your team's player go out there and they do that, it does kind of hurt a bit. But I've had my home run derby successes. You know, I got to watch Aaron Judge go against Giancarlo Stanton, along with Gary Sanchez. All of them pop off, albeit Stanton wasn't a Yankee yet. I got to see Robinson Cano win a derby too. Also got to see Robinson Cano do really badly in a derby. But Jazz is probably an all-time bad, which is not fun. What's up, Everton? How's it going on, dude? Howdy, howdy. Max elevation stadium 260 feet down the line. There you go. Good old Costco. I'd probably be going there for my grind when I get through this conquest. And without you is how I disappeared. That's not the words. I totally got some of those words wrong. Don't laugh at me. Yeah, Jazz was definitely a what the hell? And I really feared that was going to happen, and it did. But it's okay, you know, as long as his swing doesn't get ruined for the regular season, you know? Any recommendation who to pick up instead of Cattell? You know, you just got to go with your heart. You know, what does your team needs? What players do you like? What cards are there to have swings that you've maybe liked previously? I mean, Cattell's a dog. Love Cattell. But, you know, you could even make a case that 96 Jazz gives similar hitting to Cattell, albeit worse defense, at 10K stubs. Bazana. Travis Bazana's got a swing on him. I need him to get, like, a juicy card. Hopefully he gets the call this year. Jazz is going to try to only hit homers. No, he got that out of the way in the beginning of the season. He got it out of the way. Hopefully. Griffey 3 times in Cal. Yeah, the Yankees did fine. The Yankees have their Derby winners. I only really remember the Cano and Judge ones. Jazz is better hitting stats than Olsen. Jen, you pissed off at that? You know, they didn't really look into how they did in the Derby. They just made all the cards based on where they got eliminated in the Derby. So I wouldn't care too much. Is the new barn boxing better than Carlos Voltron? Good question, good question, good question, Miles on TikTok. Is the new barn boxing better than Carlos Voltron? Now I think Carlos Voltron is still one of the best couple cards in the game. I would say no. Just me. Could be a hot take. Is new Byron Buxton better than Carlos Beltran? No. Thank you for correcting it. That was a crazy typo. I would say Byron Buxton is worse than Beltran. Beltron's a switch hitter. Has very good hitting attributes, but you know, as he should be. Beltran should be better. But you know, slide Beltran to right or play Buxton out of position and left to right, and he'll probably be a fine fielder out there, and he'll definitely rake. Like, I think all these home run derby cards are top hitters at all their positions. So, there's a collection where you don't exchange the vouchers, you collect the vouchers, and there's a prediction section in the collection section. I'm saying a lot of words that's kind of melting my brain right now. But you can find it in the collections, is all I will say. Need new pin meshing. Good question, good point, not good question. The new collection, collect your prediction vouchers in the collection section. I don't like the amount of prediction, collection, selection, collection, prediction, section. I don't like it. So many shuns. How do you get the 7th card? You complete the Home Run Derby program and get Brent Rooker. Erection, yes. Wait. Ah!
No, that's down.
So yeah, chat, the Cal Raleigh is out. He's collectible. He's got to complete the program to get Brent Rooker and buy all the other cards. That is how you get him. Piazza competed in the Derby 93. 94 had 0 homers. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about how players back then, like, they had such little homer numbers. That's why I do think the modern format's better, but also I think players are just so damn good nowadays, too. All right, we got Gage Wood and Ethan Conrad. Don't know anything about them, but welcome to the grind team. Oh, we got that Marlin guy, too. I assume I got the Bazana PXP. So no stolen base with shortstops. Because they keep on hitting extra base hits. So Bazana we can take off and put some of those youngins on. I wish they made this PXP mission repeatable. Always makes life easier when you just stack cards on a team. But it's fine. I should look at the teams that are in this. So PXP with any of these players. What an interesting mix. Raleigh, Eddie Guerrero, Griffey Jr., Alonso, Fielder, Teoscar, Soto. Events. The event might be a vibe. Does it really save that much? No. I would just play versus CPU and fly through these. That's what I would do. Like, you just stack your team with these players, hit 3 homers. I know they're not moments, but you could literally get this done so quick. Just stack your team with these players, play versus the Rockies on the road, try hit 3 homers in an inning, bang. And you got to do this until 75 stars. So you get, let's do the math here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 stars from just that. Just keep O'Neal Cruz on your team, I guess. Oh, no, you do that with the Pirates. You get 500 PXP with the Pirates. Okay. Just use the Pirates a little longer until you get 500 PXP. 45. This would be 50. And then you can just use these players along the way. Actually, no, you have these missions for the Home Run Derby series too. Yeah, it's not bad. This is not bad. Long story short. Kind of, I do find it at least a little silly. They have these Home Run series missions that, you know, if you need to get these done, you need to buy the cards. But I guess you can just replace the optional ones with them. So it's really net neutral. Doesn't change anything. They make it seem like you need the cards, but you don't. All right, so all my orders that go through. I feel like I had an extra Jazz. I want to make sure I get that sold. No, I did only have the one. Got it. Yeah, I feel like Junior Caminero would be my pick. I will say I liked his card at first, his 96 overall. Really liked it in the beginning. Or 93 overall, wasn't even 96. I liked him at the beginning. As time went on, I felt like he had like a slight hitch in his swing where I felt like I was consistently late. But I bet the Derby card smacks. I bet it cooks. Any of you play second? Any of you fine gentlemen play the second base? No, but Jackson Holiday does. Ethan Conrad plays first though. Okay. Canarella. I love my last names with 2 N's and 2 L's. Almost like very Italian. Very Italian. We need to find a young third baseman to use. Da-na-na-na. Junior Caminero. How convenient. That's how we double dip right there. Speaking of which, I should use O'Neal Cruz. That Jazz. I gotta say, the Home Run Derby card art is gas. I just gotta quickly say that. It's absolutely gas. I'm using James Wood here, actually, because he's young and is in the Derby. So, double dip. Double dip. You know what they call me? The double dipper. The double dipper. The double dipper. Yeah, I'll be honest. If you went into that Home Run Derby and expected Jazz Chisholm to win, you're a little bit of a silly goose. And that's okay. That's okay. It's too late for Radiohead. Why? Designated crying time. I mean, fair. Fair. So yeah, chat, we're doing the draft content right now, but we're kind of trying to just like pass so we get the Home Run Derby program done. There are no moments in the Home Run Derby program. If you're trying to get it done, go through the missions, sack your player or your team with all players on the same team, play versus CPU versus the Rockies as the road team, and try to hit 3 homers in however little amount of time. And I think you'll be able to get through it pretty quickly. They basically just didn't do moments and they did challenges or missions. Holy hell. I'm talking like it's Call of Duty. And I think that's kind of what they did to replace the moments that they do. Cam now for 41. Sheesh. I got him for like low 50s, which I still will take because those cards are pretty dang good. I'm just hoping to get a rare round in the free pack. And if I get that, I'd be very happy with that. Yeah, Buxton, Max Clutch at P5. Sheesh. Suarez should have been the Home Run Derby. You know, the Home Run Derby isn't just a, like, they choose the best players. It's also like a partially voluntary thing. Maybe Gino didn't want to do it for whatever reason. Who knows? I will say, yes, I wish someone else joined instead of Jazz if that was the performance that was put up. But obviously, hindsight 2020. Hindsight 2020. The prices are climbing. Good. I could see there being a slight dip in a little bit because you just got to assume within like an hour, couple hours, however long it takes, people will get the free pack at the end of the program. But yeah, I think it's not a bad trend that they're gonna go up again because the pack just isn't gonna be earned as much. Who knows? Maybe it'll go down again tomorrow because people actually wake up and play the game. He's getting mad because he's getting trolled for 3 homers. Oh, Jazz. You know, I don't know if it would be on brand for Jazz to just not clap back to the comments, so. I think that's pretty Jazz, you know?
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But also, I don't have the full context of it. Do you have to do the program to finish the collection? Yes, as of right now. That's the only way to get Brent Rooker. Now, I critique this guy's swing at first. Jace. Leviolette. But maybe the fact he has no stride is kind of neat. He's been hitting some tanks. Not worth all the subs. I mean, it just depends on how many subs you have. I mean, I think for most people, I agree. They'll get cheaper over time. That's the thing with these collections, man. They get cheaper in general over time, and they all get to a point where they're reasonably obtainable. thing is, like I said before, the fun for me in the All-Star Game content is being able to get the cards soon. So I want to actually try to get these cards sooner because this is when they're most fun during the All-Star break. Because they just happen. You kind of celebrate the fun moments that went down. But if you're rational or you don't have a lot of stuff, just wait. It's the smart way to go. It's not a bad thing to do. It's what I do for literally basically all the collections all year. Yep, there's only 6 showing because Brent Rooker is the 7th and he has not been obtained yet. Also, weren't there 8 players? Wait. Maths here for a moment. You need 7. Raleigh's the 8th player. Idiot. I know I'm live late, but I should have brain cells to know these things. What is the matter with my brain? Doofus. I was just about to say, hey, there should be 8 players. Who's the 8th? Where's the 8th player? It's Raleigh. For the collection. Why does this keep on happening?
Ball 1. 1-1.
But yeah, Cal Raleigh's good. But like, you can look at the Will Smith All-Star Game card, and that card is going to do damage. And he's 10K. You can honestly argue he's not much worse than Cal Raleigh. Yes, he doesn't have as much power and isn't a switch hitter. But he's got a, you know, probably viable defense, while Raleigh's is probably going to stink. But like, that Will Smith card, if you need a catcher, that is my #1 recommendation right now. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming in with the subs on YouTube, by the way. And you guys hanging out, enjoying the time. I appreciate you. We've been live for all the All-Star Game content. We'll be live again tomorrow here on YouTube. And I'll be live on Twitch all day. Not playing MLB The Show all day. But we'll be live around the All-Star Game content tomorrow to do the same thing then. See what the how the All-Star Game goes, see the content in game, and it'll be a swell time. So if you're enjoying, make sure you follow or subscribe wherever you're watching. If you're watching on TikTok, I appreciate the love. If you're watching anywhere, I appreciate the love. Especially here on TikTok. I don't stream here much. So I appreciate you. I hope you're enjoying your time with me. Who had the most homers in a round? It was O'Neal Cruz. He also had the longest homer. I guessed him for both those things and got it right. I cooked. Smith is just barely better. I don't know if I'd say better, but I'd say Will Smith is just slightly worse. Thing with Will Smith, what he makes up in lack of power is in swing. He got that big boy leg kick, the butter swing that people love, like why they like Trey Turner, Mike Trout cards. Will Smith has that swing. Oh, defense. Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yep, that ball went out.
And then you could exchange, you could collect those vouchers that you got right or wrong and get some free packs, which is nice. If you got 3 of them wrong, if you got all of them wrong from the Derby, you could still get a free pack, I think. If I'm correct. Ow. Am I paralyzed? I don't think so. I hope I'm not. Catcher pop time. True. I will just fly through the rest of this. I would love to just get through this conquest and basically get the draft stuff done and then try to fly through the home run derby stuff. 1v1. Nah. I have content to grind. This content isn't going to grind itself. I have a dumper to acquire. A big one at that. What a weird question. You know, you're not wrong. It is a weird question. I also feel like you could probably watch the stream for like a little bit and probably recognize I'm not. Or at least take an educated guess, you know? But, you know, fair enough. Fair enough. Come on, Riley, quick. I put you in for a reason. I want you to pitch quick. I want you to pitch quick, Riley. Raleigh.
Balls, 2 strikes.
Why did I say Riley like that? I don't like that. And he went southern, got a southern twang.
Got him.
I don't have a, actually, wait.
I do have a voice for this. Yes. Yes.
How do you get Cal? You collect every card. Every home run derby card.
Ball.
Time for my midnight stuff. Hell yeah. Bang. That's for you, AJ. We will hopefully have him tomorrow. I will be going for the dumper. It's kind of become a last second change of plans because I really thought it was going to be very unobtainable for me. But stub count wise, it really seemed obtainable. And I feel like I just need to kind of... did SCS hasn't said anything about like the All-Star Game MVP being like the end of like an All-Star Game program, right? Because if that's the case, I might be screwed. And tomorrow we're going to need to grind a bunch of Diamond Quest to make a bunch of stubs, which I can do. I don't know if I'll enjoy it, but... $3.99 Trout once he hit his 400th. I would love to see it. I would not be shocked if SCS put him in a chase pack. That's been their favorite thing to do. Just put that fun, exciting name like that in a chase pack. And they've done it with so many of the heavy hitters. I really hope they wouldn't do it with the Trout. I hope they would do something similar to Kershaw. Where, like, it's a program, but it's a bit of a grind of a program to get through. That's what I would like to see. And hopefully they would.
Balls, 2 strikes. 3.
We will see, though. I feel like they'd actually lean program over chase pack. I think their opportunity to do a chase pack was for a non-99. You know, you look at Ketel Marte. You know, at the very least for him, he's got a very good case getting like a current finest card. I don't think someone who hits a 400 homer milestone getting a card also gets a finest for that year, you know? It's probably that card being the big boy card for him. So I feel like Trout is probably the same path as like Kershaw. That's what it at least sounds like in my head. But you can't count out the packs because SCS has really been splurging on that all year.
Ball.
What's up, Def Dude? How we doing, dude? You plan on making a video on the Extreme program? Yes, I think so. It, as is tradition.
Ball, 1 strike.
225? Wow. So you're not even on the East Coast. You're in the other coast. I don't even know what they call you guys out there. Even further east from me. I already have Cooker, Rooker. Do they actually call him that? If so, that has got to be one of the bottom 5 nicknames of all time. Big Humpy Dumpy. I'm starting to think that they don't call him Cooker, Rooker.
Ball 1's the
I have a feeling that's just a nickname that you made up yourself. Chicken Tender 67. I look like your baseball coach. I will have you know I'm not your baseball coach, but I'm glad I look like him, I guess.
1 strike.
Do I actually look like him, or do I look like him because I'm a generic dude with a beard? Because people say I look like other dudes with beards, and I really don't think I look like them. People have said I look like Nutty Poo before, and I don't look like him. We just dudes who wear glasses and have a beard. Prince Edward Island, there it is. ADT is what the time zone is. Is A stand for Atlantic? Is that what that stands for? That makes sense. Got all 3 predictions right? Nice. Heck yeah. Yeah, I got 2 of them right. And I got the base round, but that's okay. That's okay. It's all good. And I'm buying Buxton for like 45K, 50K, that ballpark. Atlantic, Canada, there it is. I know someone who lives in that time zone. Goobs in the community. I remember we'd get together with a bunch of people and you play like games together and he'd be like, oh yeah, it's like this time. And I'm always the one who's like, oh, it's like 1 a.m. my time. And then all the dudes in like the West Coast or in the central time zones are like, bro, I got so much more left in that tank and it's 2 a.m. where you're at. And it's a big reason why I have a crappy sleep schedule. My dude Day in the chat, if he's still here, lives out west. So whenever I'm talking to him, it's like 3 a.m. my time and he's just chilling at midnight. I'm not used to being the one in that position. I do not know exactly, and I also wouldn't want to explicitly say where he lives, but I also don't know exactly where he actually is.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
All right, Mr. Quick. I think I only have like 2 more games in this conquest.
Out.
Oh, banger. How short, tall am I? I'm 6 foot. Everyone who I talk to in real life lies about it, but I am 6 foot.
3.
Ignore everyone that tells you otherwise. 5 foot. Okay, 5 foot is crazy. 5 foot is a crazy one to pull out. You don't know me. You don't know me. You probably haven't even seen my legs before. And you're gonna say I'm 5 feet tall.
Yeah. 0-1's the count. Ball, that's outside.
Perfect check swings are a thing because you can time the check swing to be perfect timing.
2 strikes.
But as long as you let go of the button early, you're gonna check swing. So that is why perfect check swings exist, because the timing isn't relevant to you letting go of the swing button. Streamers have legs? Yes, we do. We do have legs. There are actually a few videos on my YouTube channel that would prove I have legs. Only a couple, though. Only a few. Hey, just give me even more to draft, guys. I gotta be making some solid collection progress here, by the way, right? We're up to 10. Nice. We got Mr. Irish. We're at the 60 stars. Okay, so at this point, we just gotta finish the conquest, and then we'll get this program done. So I don't even need to use these draft series anymore. We could just stack the team and let it fly. Heck yeah. So let's go for these home run missions. So we'll keep using Caminero. Right? I'll put Cal Raleigh catcher. Actually, maybe I'll stack these up. Actually, no, let's do the teams first. Let's fly through the... Actually, no. No, I gotta play the game. It's time to play the game. I should do this. Go for the PXP stuff for these last couple games. And then we will come back to the other missions. So I'm trying to remember the bunch. Cal Raleigh. Where are you at, Dumper Man? Prince Fielder, right? And then Eddie Guerrero. Let's say Ken Griffey Jr. too, right? He's only got that one low diamond, right? I feel like I'm going to put that in the back burner. Let's check again. Beep, 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 beep. Not this. This one. Low-key, I didn't even think about me getting a rare round in the draft pack whenever we get that. If we get a rare round there, that'd kind of be huge too. Oh, I forgot Teoscar won last year. Teoscar, Soto, Pete, Griffey. Griffey, Pete, Teoscar, Soto. We'll start off Griffey, Pete, Teoscar, Soto. Put Soto in the DH. I don't know, do I get more benefit for using the home run derby guys or the other? It's like probably cumulative PXP together, probably faster, right? Yeah, we had the stats too with these guys, so we'll focus these guys first. This will give us 25 stars. And then we'll be using some of these cards along the way anyway, so. Let me do that, and then we'll just put the other guys in. Just trying to find the best ways to double dip here, you know? Jazz. You get the raise, and then we can get raise stuff, too. And I think that's all the derby guys I have. So I think that kind of works out. And I'll not pitch with Paul Skeens. I think I'll pitch with Kershaw, because I need the Kershaw program still. We have 190 overall Griffey. Oh, yeah. But whenever we get that beefy Griffey, you know it's going to smack. Like, there's a reason we haven't gotten anything in between, I think. They're waiting for the right time. That Teoscar card was gross last year. He was gross. Hey, you have a great one, Yoda. I appreciate you hanging, brother. You have a great night, my friend. Makes Cal feel more cheap. Well, you know what? I'll say this. I guess this is a take and maybe a lesson to take out of this home run derby program. Maybe people are more cool with collections if there are less total cards. You know, maybe the 35 plus card collections over and over again is not something the regular player who's been playing for a while likes. I know some people do. I'm generalizing a lot of people. But there are a lot of people who clearly don't like constant collections. I mean, hell, people saw it was a home run derby collection. People were spamming comments under MLB The Show posts just saying, MLB The Collection 25. You know? A lot of people don't like it. And I'm one of those people that don't really love how frequent it is and how everything has been a collection for this All-Star stuff. But you kind of mediate it a bit when you make it less total cards. And then you kind of balance the pack prices like they are right now where they don't get too expensive. I don't know if this is just... I mean, they're going to automatically be less cards. They're home run derby cards. But maybe they price the packs in a way intentionally to make it more obtainable off of feedback. I don't know. I will say the draft cards are quickly adding up in the inventory just through playing the map and stuff, which is kind of cool. There are a lot of guys you got to get through the pack still. I'm putting entirely on the back burner. Ethan Holiday is not even on my radar. Love you tripping. I mean, it's all preference. There's no right or wrong. I'm not saying the people who don't like it are the only are right or wrong. I get why some people like it. I think especially if you got into this game during the sets and seasons, you know, phase, this is not that far off from that. I think there are just a lot of people who got into it beforehand, who got into the game for one reason. This is kind of going in a slightly different direction from that, which is why a lot of them don't like it. But there's no right or wrong. We're all talking preference here at the end of the day. But maybe there's more of a better middle ground where there are collections, but they just need to reduce. Maybe they reduce the number of the cards and make them more feasible regularly. So I feel like the people who even play the game all the time, who love it in and out, like where they're playing it like that, don't love it just because it's like a constant collection thing to keep up with the content. Like that's the thing all the time. But at the end of the day, they're still playing the game all the time anyway. So what difference does it make? Let's do a little gauge of the chat. Do you like the collections in MLB The Show 25? I know there are different collections, different types. Type a W if you like collections in MLB 25 in general. Type an L if you don't like them in general. Again, I'm generalizing a bit here. There's some collections that some people like anyway, some people that people hate, no matter what, in general. But what's the vibe? How do we feel? Do we like them? Do we not like them? Because from what I've at least not consensus, but from what I at least see on social media, a lot of outspoken people don't like it. And I don't love them. I don't hate them. They've started to grow on me a bit recently. Started to really enjoy them over the last, like the summer one I liked. It was not too hard to get. I think I just didn't like the pipeline past one was the one that was like, ugh. Like it was so many stubs. They required you to keep a rarer player that was going to be more expensive. Maybe, you know what I don't like? I would just say maybe not the collections themselves. Like the collections are probably fine, but maybe I don't like the fact that they have like the special insert type players That's just kind of like an extra rare player that's like artificially expensive. And sometimes they require you to keep those things. One away from Holiday. Was it wrong to go for him? There was no right or wrong. It's all in the hands of what you think was fun. There is no right or wrong. Don't let anyone tell you there's a right or wrong in Diamond Dynasty, okay? You do what you want, and that's all that matters. Yes, you know, there might be a point where it's like, it might not have been as financially advisable to get a card right away. That's like a theme with a lot of this game. But like, if it's a player you really like, and you really enjoy them, and you really want to use them right away, that tax is worth it, you know? You don't need, yeah, after Pipeline passed, I've been on board with them. And like, I understand why some of the diehard folk are like, oh, it's just a constant tax, because like, you gotta constantly get all the cards to keep up with the content and get the new fun thing. I get it. But I've learned from just taking it a little slow and not getting it that first day is like the key to maximize off it. It's like, get through the content for free without getting the collections, and get the free packs, and maybe stash away some of the deluxe packs for later that you get for free, and just, you know, do it bit by bit over like the span of a few days or a week, and just try, maybe just enjoy your current team for what it is. And that's typically the move. And that's kind of been the adjustment I've been making, is like, that I can't look at it in the lens of one day. And kind of got to take them as like, you know, it's going to take me a week, and that's where I got to find the enjoyment. I got to not assume that like I'm getting cards as equivalent right away. I will say, when I did get something done right away, it was the Spotlight collection for James Wood and Bryce Harper, because I thought those cards were pretty cool. Used them for that entire month, and they were pretty cool that entire month. Even a little bit after I tried to use them. Yeah, well, it's down to 40K. Nutty. I will say, I could see the Home Run Derby cards being almost like the peak of the, you know, the quality of card, or say the attractiveness of a card for most people. So I could see them not going down tremendously tomorrow. I think they'll go down a bit because of the predictions, but I don't think they'll be super, it's not going to go down to 40K like Willits. I knew Willits was going to get, and those guys are going to get cheap, because I knew content today and tomorrow is just going to outmatch them. You know, people care about the current players and the beefy boy players that exist right now over them. Who do you think is the best rare round card? I don't think you go wrong with any. I would probably be going for Buxton or Caminero myself. Some people don't like O'Neal Cruz. He's got a bigger strike zone. But also the positions he plays kind of rely on defense. I can kind of get away with hiding Caminero at third. And Buxton has enough defense where I can play him out of position in the corner outfield and be fine. So use Bryce. Yeah, Bryce got that swing on him. Yeah, the predictions were cool. That was a W. I really liked that. I agree. I agree there. Buying the first round pack. Yeah, I think that's a part that, like, kind of gives me a sour taste in my mouth. Because, like, no, it's not a big deal. Because, like, I think, you know, it's a really big deal to buy the 75K pack right away, you know? But I find it a little stinky from SDS because they knew they were coming out with that program a bit after. And they totally have people there who, like, analyze these things and know, like, hey, when you come out with a program just after with a free pack in it and such, that it's going to go down in price. It's just how it's going to go. And making the pack 75K was just a very stinky price point. Because for people who want to get it right away, they thought, man, if they're going to make the pack 75, they're going to have to be expensive when the full pack comes out. And a lot of people just don't know how it works. And just got them. I feel like that's a little, I would say slimy, because I don't know if they knew. If they knew it was, but I'd like to hope that it was just a mistake. It was just a wrong price that they didn't mean to do. They didn't think they'd get that cheap so fast. Holy piss rocket from Prince Fielder.
Bing bong.
That's a bing bong. Play him at third if I put Chipper at third. Yeah, the whole thing with the home run derby cards is that basically all of them besides Buxton have such bad defense. It's likely gonna cost you in some capacity. You're getting like end game level hitting out of them, but their defense stinks. So it's like, do you want to take that risk or just plop them at DH? If you're just gonna go for DH, just go for a card that has a swing that you think you've used before and you've liked. Like I low-key would DH James Wood on my team right now because I loved his previous card. And give me a better card of his? Yeah, hell yeah, I'll play him. All right, we're cooking with Cal Raleigh. And those Mariners homers done. It's like this guy won the home run derby or something. 507.
Bing bong.
Hey, appreciate the sub, Ben Sports, on YouTube. By the way, chat, we're on our way to 100,000 subs on YouTube, by the way. If we get to 100K, I will be taking my old cringy videos I've reacted to in the past and making them public again so you guys can point and laugh at young chubby Scann. So if you want to support that cause and see that, you should sub to the YouTube. If you want to see peak cringe.
That's a ball. Counts 1-0.
I will say, sometimes in the outfield, you could get away with some of the bad fielding if they have speed. And I think O'Neal Cruz has some speed on him. So, like, you could probably get away with him in the outfield. Did the chubby part change? I mean, it was a lot worse than what it was now. I had big boy baby face back in the day. Even though I am still a little tub, you know, I definitely was, I gave off baby face real hard back in the day. And I am at least losing weight right now. Kind of been going a little slowly lately. Haven't been as strict with my dieting, but that's for a lot of reasons. I am at least down 20 pounds over the last year. That's something. You get the Rooker card, you complete the home run or the home run derby program.
0-2.
Laughing, trash. You got what trash?
0-2 is the count.
Agent Harmy? Excuse me? What are you saying? What are you saying over there, sir? I'm trying to comprehend what you're saying here. Thank you very much. Got Cal, glad you saved Stubbs. Heck yeah, dude. Now, what happens if Cal Raleigh wins the All-Star Game MVP somehow tomorrow? What happens there? What type of weird position is SCS in at that point? I felt like they had something like that happen in the past, where like whoever won the All-Star Game MVP was just a player they couldn't give the MVP. So like the better card was given to someone else. I forgot when the last time was. I want to say it was like MLB 20 or 19. I think it was the year Joey Gallo got a card. You discovered Rooker? Sheesh. Congratulations. Playing on All-Star versus the Rockies. First of all, this is rookie difficulty. Don't insult me like that. You think I would play versus CPU in a Conquest map on All-Star? Psh, who do you think I am? Second of all, it's literally Conquest versus CPU, where I am intentionally trying to tally stats for the new program that came out. So I will play on Rookie or Veteran, whatever it is, and hit all of these free home runs. And I'll be honest, if you're trying to like grind content and you're intentionally making it harder for yourself, just because you want to like make the, like, I don't know, flex on someone, then that is a more stupid move than what I'm doing. By a long shot. Hey, what's up, Giovanni? How we doing, dude? I appreciate you. Hope you've been enjoying the YouTubes. Grab the camera for Lamar edit. I've done it 5 times. I have not seen one. I'm never grabbing the camera for a Lamar edit again. Everyone who has said grab the camera for Lamar edit, no one has done it. And if they've done it, they haven't tagged me. So they're frauds. Not frauds, but, you know. I have no idea that they ever existed.
Be safe.
The content is out. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. How do you hit that many? I'm only up 36-0 after the 8th. Honestly, these home run derby cards are kind of cooking. But if you want any more details on stuff, I do use KontrolFreeks and precision rings on my controller. I have a GameSir and I have the black precision ring on there right now with the Lotus thumbstick on the left stick. But for my pitching, I have actually these new packs. I'm actually using time to plug this because I got sent these by KontrolFreek. They came out with these things for Xbox controllers called gamer packs, where they come with, they're the Galaxy gamer packs in particular. They match 3 colors of the new Xbox controllers that came out: green, red, and bright blue, like my right stick on this controller. And they come with a tall, a short thumbstick in the Galaxy design, and 2 no-slip thumb grips. So you got 3 different heights of options for thumbstick you can mess around with, which is pretty cool. So if you've never used KontrolFreeks before, you want something where you can experiment, find heights or sticks that work for you, these are pretty good. I also used the Galaxies for a long time. They're one of my choices I would point people to for KontrolFreeks in the first place, because you got different heights and they're just a pretty solid, you know, pattern. It's nothing too weird. Sometimes you get KontrolFreeks and they have like weird funky patterns on them that mess with people. So those gamer packs are pretty solid for that. And if you get them on KontrolFreek's site, you could use code Scann and get 12% off, I believe, something like that. Honestly, I used to use green precision rings for the longest time. And over this last year, or honestly like a few months, I've realized I've slammed my stick a lot, even with the green precision rings. So I recently had gone to purple, and then now I've gone to black. And you kind of get used to it. You almost gotta, when you're in the field, you gotta really push the edge of the stick. And you gotta get used to pushing the stick really hard. Which kind of just comes with time of using them. And on Xbox, on this game, sir, there's just a little bit more wiggle room with the stick, so it's easier to move in the first place. Anyone who uses anything other than a green precision ring on PlayStation, you're a psychopath. I want you to know that. You do not have as much leeway to move the stick on PS5. So if you use one of those, you're kind of insane. I'm pretty sure Playful's one of those dudes who uses like black or purple on PS5. And he's kind of insane for that, in my opinion. You think you will be done with the program after his Conquest game? I don't think so. Bet I'm making good progress, though. I bet we're cooking. I still have to get through this Conquest map. But yeah, I'd at least recommend trying KontrolFreeks and precision rings. They're worth a try. A lot of people try them. They don't actually use the thumbsticks and they just use a precision ring, or they end up using nothing. But, you know, you get them for like 15 bucks. If you play MLB The Show all the time, give you some nice extra precision on the thumbsticks. They're nice. Might work for you. The short Galaxy, yeah, I'd probably use short. I also have not tall fingers, as I've explicitly said before. I like the GameSir because it's smaller. I don't have a big hand or anything as a 5'9" king.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So yeah, I would probably use the short ones for hitting. I use a tall one for pitching because I claw grip like this when I pitch. But yeah, you kind of just gotta mess around and see what works for you. Does it matter size? I would say the height of the stick matters. Really a perfect setup for a joke. And I don't know if that's where you were going with that. But it's worth noting, you probably want to make sure your sticks are compatible with your controller. Like, if any of you have the GameSir G7 and you use the default thumbsticks on it, it actually uses PS5 sticks. Even though it's an Xbox controller, some of the Xbox controllers use PS5 style thumbsticks that are a little wider. So you need to get PS5 thumbsticks to fit that, as confusing as that sounds. And it's kind of like the downside going with like a third-party controller, but you kind of gotta on Xbox. Regular Xbox controllers don't work right on this game. Even when I put up a bad swing, we almost get a hit. If you put a Cronus against a CPU to grind, but never used online, every single swing online is all users. Is that okay? I would still say no. I would still say no. There have actually been people who have previously done something along those lines. Well, would they theoretically catch you? I don't know, but like, I still don't think it's okay. Just don't use the Cronus. Just play the game for the fun of it. It makes the content feel like it's worth your time when you actually grind it yourself, you know? That goes with anything. Parallel XP, programs, whatever you end up using stuff like that for. Just play it yourself. It's the only way you get better.
No, inside.
Saw a Discord you're in. Yeah, just don't use the Cronus for MLB The Show, man. It's just like, I don't know. There was someone who, from my understanding, I don't know all the facts. I don't want to even expose names. But there was a guy who was getting parallel 5s left and right, posting them on Twitter. Like, oh, parallel 5 number, like 50, 100, whatever it was. And apparently word spread that they were using a program, like with a Cronus or something along those lines, to control their gameplay when they, because like they obviously weren't sitting at a desk all day playing. And word came out and it obviously delegitimized everything that they did. Because like, brother, you weren't even playing the game. Why are you going out there flexing all the parallel 5s that you got when you're not even playing? So I don't know all the details, but it's apparently what had happened once. So
I got a ball, 1 strike.
still managed to slam your PCI with a purple P ring. You're insane. Do you use a thumbstick cover on top at all, or just precision ring? That's kind of nutty. So a Cronus is a piece of tech that you can connect your console's controller to your console, and you can set it to program certain things. I don't know the full details of all of its in and outs, but it's like a controller modification tool. I know it's notably used in NBA 2K, where people like automate shot timing, so they don't have to actually do the muscle memory and learn the shot timing. They just do it with the Cronus automatically. And there are, I think, other variations of stuff that exist in MLB The Show that aren't even with Cronuses, but it's a device notably used for that. And I can't believe I'm going to actually say this, because this is going to make people even question me. But back in the PS4, Cronus came out with a little device that connected to the back of a PS4 controller that added paddles to the back. And I was a poor little college student who didn't want to spend $200 on like a scuff controller with paddles in the back. And this was before the age of like the elite controllers and stuff. Like there wasn't a DualSense Edge on PlayStation or anything. So I decided to get it like, just for the paddles. I thought it was cool. I was getting into like Fortnite and playing COD a little bit more competitively, so I want to get the buttons on the back. And then I got it and I realized it had all the extra stuff on it, and the amount of stuff you could do on that was kind of ridiculous, like automatic triggers, so you could have guns, single fire guns, basically shoot full auto in Call of Duty and stuff. So many weird finicky things that I never used, and I remember seeing it and I was like, ew, and I almost felt like gross even having it. I just wanted to use it for the back paddles. I know someone's chatting big, oh, Scann's got a Cronus. Show you my setup. I don't use anything like that now. But I had gotten that, and it was kind of scary how accessible stuff was. And it kind of is that way with other stuff nowadays with MLB The Show. They just haven't made their way around a community where everyone knows, but there are absolutely cheats in MLB The Show that people use, and a small population of people that actually cheat. It really is gross, but like, it exists everywhere, and it's kind of sad. I do not have Cal Raleigh yet, no. What's up, Defno? Hello, hello. Is that Defno? Defno B? How we doing, dude? Short control freak on the left stick is a game changer. Sheesh. Love that for you. Should you get 99 Cal or Marte? Good question. I feel like I'd go Cal. I think Cal is slightly cheaper from what I remember Catel's price being. But also, he's catcher. He's a catcher. It's a premium position that's tough to fill. You could honestly argue Jazz Chisholm is not that far off from Ketel Marte for a 10K price point. At least in like most of what you're getting. You're sacrificing defense, but you're getting great offense out of them still. And especially if you're not someone who's like I don't want to mean this in an insulting way, but if that's even the question you're asking, you might not be at the level of game where having the best card at every position really matters. Like, the only part of the game where really min-maxing, getting every card like that, where the right cards matter, is on legend difficulty in the top 1% part of the game. And like, at that point, you probably know your answer and who you're getting. Are you going for Ketel to get that second baseman that you need? Do you have that catcher you really like? It's probably not a question you're asking at that part of the game. If you are, I am just entirely wrong and I'm a silly goose. But yeah, I would say whatever just sounds the most fun. But probably Raleigh because it's cheaper. Underestimate how terrible you are. No. That it makes CPU grinding less mind-numbing. Yeah, I get it. CPU grinding sucks. But it means nothing if you don't even do it. Just do it. What's the point in playing the game if you are not doing the grind? And I know there are some cases with other games where it's like things are too dang far. Where it's like, holy smokes, this grind is too much. I have hated some of the CPU grind in this game where I've dreaded doing it. And I've still gotten all the programs and stuff done. Wow, Cam and I went 5 for 5 with 5 homers, by the way. We cooked that game. Holy heck. We should have made some great home run derby program progress there. Holy parallels. Probably a bunch of XP. Got the wheel. Diamond Quest worth it? It's all in the eyes of the beholder. If you can play good difficulty and consistently win, I'd say so. But it's still time that you gotta sink in. Me personally, I did it earlier in the year for the live series collections. At this point, I don't find it worth it for me to do, but I might do a bunch tomorrow because the home run derby, the all-star game stuff, want to make sure I can get those packs. But the nice part about Diamond Quest, it is a constant source of stubs, so you can just make stubs off it over and over again. This isn't a rare round guy. I still have not gotten a rare round guy. I've gotten Tatis now the second time. I got him and Robert Suarez twice. Stop it. Give me a good card pull once in any of these packs, please, STS. I'm begging you. Please. So we just need to win that one Conquest game and we get the draft program done. Not bad. That grind really was not bad at all. Like, honestly. We got all of this done in one game. All the PXP stuff, by the way. We got so much PXP that game. Holy smokes. So now we just need to get the PXP with the Pirates. Which, this will be easy with just O'Neal Cruz. We'll keep Buxton around. And then we'll put some A's and Yankees on the team. So we can get those. And I think we just get bang, boom, bop. We need 3 things done. So O'Neal Cruz. Yeah, I think we'll do O'Neal Cruz, Twins, and then we'll put Yankees because I'm a Yankee homer. We get those 3 missions done, and then we are out of it. Twins, Yankees. Throw on the team. Not a bad grind at all. I'll be honest. I absolutely dookied on the Rockies that 3-inning game. Holy smokes. That was probably the most runs I've scored in a Conquest game like ever. I think the Yankee catcher is going to be better, Posada. On Kill Brew, he got the pop. Jazz. Go 2. I could put my goat Aaron Judge in, right? Twins. Bader. Hey, Quentin Young's got some pop. Sheesh. Get you out there. This Royce Lewis card, I'm pretty sure hit some tanks for me too. And my guy Jeter out there, get a little bit more PXP with him. And the other Yankee. Wow. That's really it for the Yankees, huh? One of these guys. You know, it's like 2 homers with the Yankees. I feel pretty confident I could hit 2 homers with those 3 or 4 players I have. Another twin in there. It's Twins, Yankees, and then... Oh, I need the O'Neill Cruz in there. I almost forgot. That would have been a grave mistake. See, like a bit more PXP with O'Neill Cruz. We'll hit him lead off so he gets more ABs. New Jazz. All right, let us get it. Hey, oh, this is what I say. Oh, I will say this conquest is kind of nice. I kind of want to like use this conquest for my CPU grinding as long as I need to get that draft series stuff done. Or am I into history? I guess kind of. Not really the biggest history buff. Want to use PCI, but I suck with it. Have a bad eye. I think the best way to get at it is to just do it. The best way to do it is learn. Everyone sucks at it first. It takes a while to get used to. Pitch schemes get PXP. I did. I think I just need Skeens. I don't know if I need to do anything with Skeens for his cover athlete program, but for that stuff, I just need to complete this conquest and I have the draft program done. The last 20 stars I will get for doing that conquest map once. I do want to look at that Skeens program though. I was trying to pitch with Kershaw because I need to get his program done. So 3 stars with Pirates players, or PXP with Pirates. Hits with Pirates. We're kind of getting that with O'Neill Cruz. And then, oh, okay. So 3 innings pitched with Skeens, 3 strikeouts, and then the PXP with Pirates. I feel like if I just pitch with Skeens 1 game, we'll get that done. I will move the Kershaw program aside for now to make sure I finish that. I can't be far from this, by the way. 5 strikeouts with Dodgers, 9 innings with Dodgers, 1 more win with Dodgers. Nah, I'm going Kersh. Nah. Going Kersh. I don't need to go out of my way for Skeens. That card is just worse than the other Skeens, and I'll just catch up with it by just using Pirates. There are going to be other pieces of content to get done with the Pirates. There's going to be plenty. You'll be one of the first 50 with P5 meet Munoz. Nice. Hell yeah. I used to like my P5 grinding. I am still very proud of my 3 1-of-1 parallel 5 Glaber Torres is. To the point where I even got them printed and made into real life cards. Pull them out. This is a pretty cool Project 70 Glaber card I had gotten, by the way. Pull that up. Jazz. There's my Jazz Otani cards that MLB The Show sent me. And then here are the Glaber cards. Shout out my dude Horan. In year order, the 1-of-1 parallel 5s. I'm sad that the very first one is the only one that has the screenshot of it being actually 1-of-1. Because apparently whenever I did my other ones, I forgot to take the screenshot of... I didn't send the screenshot of it actually being 1-of-1. But the 1-of-25 on the MLB 20 version. And then... Was it 22? Was it 22 or 23 finest? Oh, it says right there. 23 finest. 23, 22, and 21. My bad. Those were the 3 years. Caminero or Jazz? I'd say Caminero. Caminero is filthy. Was I disappointed with Jazz's performance? Yes, severely. And like I felt like he didn't need to do much to disappoint me. I just wanted to see him go out there. If he lost, I would have been okay. I was assuming he wasn't going to win. To go out there and put up 3 hurt the soul a little bit. It's kind of like an embarrassingly low number, you know? This is Snow. Heyo. Hey, the red hot. Dun. Red hot chili peppers. Absolute banger. I want to say at first, I don't know when I first heard it. I low-key think it was on, what pops in my head was the Shaun White snowboarding game on PS2. Might have been when I heard that. If not, I just heard it on the radio when I was a kid. Look at the buck. The buck truck. I'd say I'm kind of into history def too. I thought I answered that before. I love his card art. The hit 3 homers in the first round. Yeah. It is blatant disrespect. Who's better, Caminero or Cruz? I think it's just swing preference at that point, but like Caminero plays more of the infield where you can probably hide him a little bit better. Cruz in the outfield might be a little sketchy. And he's got a taller strike zone that some people don't like. There's our Yankee homer, by the way. I love you, Aaron Judge.
Bing bong.
Oh, who'd be better DH, Caminero or Monthly Jazz? Oh, Caminero. Long shot. Not Monthly Jazz. If you like the Monthly Jazz, just get the Home Run Derby Jazz for 10K. I have not gotten Holiday yet, by the way. I know someone asked that a long time ago on YouTube. I entirely missed. Also, hi, Luke. See you over there on YouTube. Sorry, I entirely missed out on the YouTube chat. Entirely missed out on it. Can we get some L scans in the YouTube chat? Sorry, YouTube. Love you to death. And we finish this Conquest game. We get the draft content done, and I think we're going to be pretty close to the Home Run Derby one. Kind of cool. I got it all done in the Conquest run, which is really solid. There's moments in the draft stuff. I got to say, and I want to hear you guys' feedback on this. I think the content in the programs really is not that bad with the stats and stuff. And I think the thing SCS needs to work on is consolidating these missions a little bit more. Because, like, time-wise, having the missions like this isn't bad. But, like, there's so many different missions to complete, and a lot of them are a little bit longer than the ones we've got in the last couple days. So, like, the long laundry list of missions makes things seem a lot longer and more overwhelming than they actually are. You know, like, I'm cool with programs just being as simple as, like, just use the cards in the program, get total PXP with them, stuff like that. Like, I feel like they just need to consolidate those things, or at the very least really work on, like, a targeted mission screen where I could go through missions and be like, I'm targeting this mission, and I could have it pinned on, like, my lineup screen and in game, so I could have them readily available so I could always remember what I need to do. The fact that you got to go to, like, spreadsheets and stuff, or just have to remember these things off the top of your head, sometimes a little finicky. Quentin Young. Shout out Quentin Young. Right on Google Docs, yeah. I know a lot of people use, like, spreadsheets and stuff. I don't want to have to go out of my way to write stuff. And I feel like with a lot of the missions are so short, it's like it's not worth it for me to do. My dude Feel That Pulse is consistently on Twitter, though. He'll put out, like, a list of the missions and stuff. So it's like a picture you could screenshot or just save, which is kind of nice. I don't use it, but I assume that's probably helpful to people, just having something you'd always refer to. And I know you have the app, but the app isn't convenient to navigate. The mobile app isn't that easy. It's a little annoying to navigate. Just in general, I wouldn't like to have to use an external source and just see everything in game. Cal's mine. Congratulations! Wait, they have a... Oh, yeah, Pirates PXP. Yeah, I think I'll get plenty of PXP with just O'Neal Cruz here. I don't need that much more. I think we're going to be good. If I just need a little bit more, I'll hop on into a quick Rocky game. Where's Phoenix collection for the second legend prob? Oh yeah, there's gonna be another legend flashback collection soon for sure. But pay attention to college ball. I actually didn't this year now. I gotta learn up on the prospects a bit though. I do a Dynasty Baseball League, Fantasy Baseball League, and I want to make sure I draft the right people. I'm gonna have to learn.
0-2 is the count.
Rewards and disappoint. Now imagine you get the All-Star game right tomorrow too. Then you get another rare round. That'd be a big dub. I do not have Cal Raleigh yet, by the way, but we'll be very close to him. My hopes is we complete the Home Run Derby program, which really isn't taking that much time. Like, I'm going to have it done like an hour. Same with the draft stuff. Both of them together done in like an hour, which I'd say is pretty nice. And I'm going to hope we get the rare round out of that pack. If I get the rare round out of it, then I'll have the dumper. If not, I might be saving my stubs until tomorrow. I'm not sure. So appreciate all you guys with the TikTok follows. Legendary. Arian Bean. Gabe. Cade Robertson. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I know I don't always post on the TikToks all the time, but we try to stream here whenever I can at least. Today. Well, yeah. Wait, did I say anything different? Did I say anything different? Because, okay. Oh, we're playing the technicality because it's after midnight. Okay, yeah. It's after midnight, so technically today the content comes out. Later today, the All-Star Game content is gonna maybe come out, except it's probably gonna be after midnight Eastern anyway. I'm sorry. I'm not actually upset. Yes, I kind of like history, Deaf Dude. You're living up to your Deaf Dude name right now. Too much. I need you to lock it in. Probably don't. I need to stop hitting homers. I'm just wasting time. Let's bunt out. Let's bunt out. I need to get this content done because the brain cells are being lost real fast. And it's not because I'm tired or anything. I'm used to staying up till 2 a.m.
Ball, that's off the plate.
But holy smokes. Favorite card in the rare round? I'd say Caminero. Caminero and Buxton are the big two I'm excited for. Buxton cards tend to always rake in the show. I didn't use his Moonshot card at all.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I also have Buxton on my Dynasty team, so you know. I like the players on my team that I actively watch more.
0-1.
Yeah, I only have about 2 of those left baseball. I can't lose too many of them.
0-2. Nope, that's inside.
I have not heard of them, Deaf Dude. Also, should I trust a Deaf Dude's judgment on music? I think that's a question we should really ask.
3.
I have not heard of them, though. I'll cue that up, though. I'll cue that up. I have never heard of this band. What's up, Corbin? How we doing? Hello, hello. How are you pulling 70 viewers? This is good for me on TikTok. I don't get viewers on TikTok. This doesn't happen.
2 strikes.
There's no falling off on TikTok because I was never up in the first place.
He's out.
Also, I'm not really much of a streamer, so my viewer numbers are not any sort of expectations. I don't stream much nowadays. I streamed, what is it? 3 of the last 4 days, something along those lines, and that's the most I've streamed in months. So, a big part of streaming is being consistent, and I ain't consistent. So, the bar is low. I appreciate you, Corbin. Also, I appreciate Gamer Guy on YouTube saying, "Hi, Scan, Cougs is live." Thanks. I like Cougs. I like the Koogler. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information. Ooh. Okay, okay. Ooh, he's rolling the R's. Sheesh. You were in a Caminero downfall? Damn. Then you packed them. Crazy how that be sometimes. Crazy how that be. Cooch 46, wait. Best 98. Caminero Buxton would be my choice. I don't think there's any singular best one though. I'd say it just comes down to what position you need the most. Like O'Neal Cruz gets a little less appeal for me. Speaking, I have Beltran.
Counts 1-0.
Swedish band? Oh. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Technically, you're consistently not streaming. Good point, Sneaky. Cook, I appreciate you giving me as much credit as possible. I accept I haven't been streaming. I've been focusing on YouTube content, and I really love that I have. It's been the best decision of my content creation career to slow down on streaming. It's not because I didn't like streaming. I didn't like playing MLB The Show all the time. So at first, for me to change up the YouTube stuff, like to really go where I wanted to with content, I had to play the game less and spend more time doing YouTube. And then also just like spending less time playing the game because I was losing my mind. By the way, this is a contact swing with Jazz, and he still hit it 99 miles an hour for a homer. That was a contact swing. Favorite series? Honestly, I might say this Home Run Derby series smacked. They cooked with this. Besides that, I mean, Moonshot was pretty neat, but I think the series of cards I might use the most. Honestly, I don't know. I find a lot of the series of cards this year not the best. I probably would say draft. Like, conceptually, it would have been Pipeline Past, but I don't think they executed that much on that idea as they probably could have. There's so many players that could have been cool, like prospective prospect players. You know, Gallo was cool. You had the guys like, Mickey Moniak in there. But, like, I didn't need a Pipeline Pass Vlad Jr. card, because, like, guess what? He's already a really good major leaguer. It was just like any good Vlad Jr. major leaguer card. And now he was the biggest one of the biggest prospects in baseball. But, like, I didn't need that. I would have loved a really beefy card for, like, a previous highly drafted player who didn't really live up to the hype. Personally. AJ Puck, yeah. Yeah, Jazz couldn't do that IRL. Real. Unrealistic Jazz card. Best MLB The Show since 21. Honestly, as I've been, like, kind of keeping up with it over the past month and kind of enjoying it, I don't disagree with that. 22 was pretty much not liked. A lot of, like, the content we got wasn't that valuable and worth it. 23, 24, a lot of people didn't like sets and seasons. I actually enjoyed the beginning of 23. Kind of faded off towards the end. 24 didn't like much at all. So, you know, I probably would say it's the best one since 21. I still think the bar could be higher. But, like, I still have very much enjoyed it. And I know I gave it flack. I literally gave it flack in a YouTube video last month. And a lot of that came down to just the collections part of it. And some elements of Diamond Dynasty not feeling super no money spent friendly like they were in the past where it's, like, directly obtainable. But I think they've righted a bit over the last month for me. So, I'll give them that. Let's open these packs. Please, I just want one rare round. One of my goals for this weekend was to pull one rare round. One. It's a 33% chance in the Home Run Derby pack. 10% in this pack. That's kind of low odds. Give me one. And I'm going to warm up with these standard packs. WBC, I think, is what was defining for MLB 23 for me. And I think that's kind of why I look back to it fondly, because that part of the game was so fun. And at least with the sets and seasons, for me, I actually enjoyed that first iteration of it more than the average person. I did get tired of it eventually, but I enjoyed it more than the average folk, I think. So when the changes got made in 24, I was like, you know, like, I like it. because I liked how they were trying to kind of make the power creep in each season more significant, but it did get kind of tiring quick. And honestly, some of the same problems of that game, I think, kind of linger in this game with the collections, how it's just like a constant thing. But again, I think collections are fine as long as they aren't too hard to get. And I think the problem in the beginning part of the game is after a certain amount of time, there's a stretch of them that I think were too hard to get, which made a lot of them very unobtainable and like way beyond the scope of the regular player. Oh, let the packs cook. Let the packs cook. Never mind. Don't let them cook. Don't let them cook. I mean, subs are subs. We'll take the stubs, and the diamond's a diamond. We'll take it. But, like, you can't get anything better than a quick sell. 85 overall. What happens if you guess right? You can collect the correct vouchers and get... I think if you get all three of them right today, you can get a Home Run Derby pack. You get a guaranteed rare round of all the previous packs, which is really cool. And I forgot what the first reward was in there. There's like one, if you get one correct voucher, you get something. Forgot what it was. But you don't have to get all of them right. If you get one right, if you got two right, you could still collect them, which is pretty cool. Should have left that pack stay in the oven for a few. Yeah, it would have changed exactly who was at the end of it. We're going to open the draft packs first, by the way, in case that isn't obvious. Nice. All right, give me one rare round of these three packs. Please, SES. Please, 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 please. Sound like I'm barking. Mid. Luke Stevenson. Wait, it's like 3 players? Wait, did I miss it? 3 players? I didn't know this. I didn't know this at all. Was that really bad? I don't know how the odds work on this. I won't lie. So you have a 1 in 10 chance of a 98 plus, but you get 3 rounds. 1 of 3 players, 1 of 3 players, 1 of 2 players. Is it just like a select pool of players? Oh no, the ad break started to play. I'll wait, Twitch folk. We'll go through the collection here. This is what the prediction collection is, by the way. If you got all 3 right, you got a guaranteed rare round of this pack, which any pack, which is pretty cool, I'd say. I'd say it's a pretty big win. Even bigger win since these guys dipped in price for a bit. Pretty cool. Willits kind of is maintaining, but wow, they got more expensive. I need a rare round. These guys kind of got a little cheaper. Not too cheap. And if you got the losing voucher, even if you got all 4 wrong, you get the All-Star Deluxe pack and a Home Run Derby pack for free. There's a free Home Run Derby pack basically for, like, guaranteed for everyone, which I think is a win. I hope the AL wins tomorrow so I get this pack, though. A guaranteed rare round will at least fulfill my get a rare round in a pack, technically. Home Run Derby collection or All-Star? I feel like All-Star, you get a larger quantity of cards. You even get some pictures and stuff, which is nice. Which might be more smart, but I don't know. Whatever player sounded most fun to you. What's up, Connor? How we doing, dude? All right, you Twitch folk, love you to death. I waited for you. Don't worry. I opened one of these packs. I didn't know how they worked. I got 3 rounds of 96 overalls in this pack first time. But it's cool. You at least get 3 players out of this. That's at least a positive. And that's a 97. That's a mid-round. That's a mid-round player right there. No rare pack or rare round. That means it's in this pack. The rare round is in this pack, right? This is the rare round right here. Show it to me. Ah! I'm like 0 for 9 on all of these All-Star Week packs in getting a rare round. 0 for like 9. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? I'm so sad. So very, very sad. So I only need Caminero, and I know, I could just pay 60K to buy him right now, and I'm kind of just got my. All right, here's a question. Here's a half important question, and I think I know the answer, but I want to hear you guys' thoughts before I do it. Do we think that the best player in the All-Star Game pack, I'm not talking All-Star Game MVP, the best player in that pack, do we think that they're going to be more than 60K in that ballpark? I feel like they probably won't be because they're going to be releasing another pack in that program. They're going to have people getting the prediction right. Albeit not many are going to go for 4 for 4, but there are going to be more people getting up to 3, getting the guaranteed rare round. And I feel like there's no way that that most expensive card sits too expensive above the 60K. And if they do, I probably can play a few runs of Diamond Quest to get within reach to afford it, right? Okay, so chat's saying yes. So you're thinking it's going to be a little bit more expensive. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to take a gamble here today. We're going to buy Junior Caminero. We're going to do it. We're going to buy him. We're going to get the dumper. We're going to let it fly tonight. Get the dumper on the squad. And then try to use him, along with other cards, of course, to play Diamond Quest. And play some Diamond Quest runs. Get some extra stubs in the pocket. And then hopefully we could at least buy that card. Because I don't think I'm going to be in a position to get that collection done. That might be tough. Maybe I will be if I just save up enough stubs. I mean, there can only be so many All-Star game cards themselves. You know? Just going to buy. We're going to get the dumper. Welcome to the squad, Mr. Dumpy. I'm glad someone with a voluptuous butt could join the squad. Confetti. And then we'll take the gamble. And what we'll do tomorrow, I'm not planning on playing much this game. But when we're live for MLB The Show stuff, maybe we'll go live during or just around the All-Star Game. In that general ballpark, we'll see what the day looks like, because I'll be playing a bunch of Destiny 2 tomorrow. And then we'll play Diamond Quests in that time, or do the Draft Conquest for some more free packs. And then hope that we muster up the stubs. Hey, Ty, I'm not going to delete your message. I think it's going to be nice. I wouldn't go around asking for follows and such. Just not really something a lot of streamers like. Really big turnoff. And I'll be honest, our follows or my follow isn't going to actually help you do anything. Making content that gets eyes on your content is what's going to... Or making content on other platforms and stuff that gets eyes on your stream is what'll get eyes on you. Not me following you. And I don't want that to sound cruel or anything, but yeah, that's kind of the reality of it. What's the worst MLB The Show? 18 by a long shot. I'd say 24 is actually, I'd say 8 from my experience, 18, then 22, then 24 for me personally, I think. But, which we'll call it. It was like 24. I mean, 18 by a long shot. Like, it's not even close. All right, let me stop yapping. We got a bunch of new cards today that kind of change this team a lot. We get Cal Raleigh, a catcher. This is the catcher to have in all of this. Like, this is my God Squad card. Honestly, I love Lindor, and he probably starts in my God Squad because I just like his swing that much. But Eli Willett starts at short. That's the big shortstop, even as of right now. Second base. This is Junior Caminero for sure. His defense is gonna suck, but that's him. I could probably throw Otani in a DH. And we'll throw one of the Derby guys in the outfield. Say O'Neal Cruz. No, we'll do Buck. Out of position, he'll have enough over there and left. And first base? No one has a secondary first, right? Oh, it's Olsen. Yeah, I think Vlad might still be the first baseman for right now. Probably some other card I'm missing that I don't have yet from this content. So I feel like we'll just keep him there. And Caminero can't play first. Actually, I will say, the Matt Olson card is probably better. He's probably better, even though he's a 96. I shouldn't just go based off of overall, because this card is kind of gross. And I am, as a biased Yankee fan, putting Jazz on the bench. O'Neal Cruz, and we'll do Jazz. I wonder what Jazz looks like with the Yankee theme team boost. Probably looks pretty sick. He's got that primary at second now, too. So he's going to get +6 contact from Babe. And then +6 power. So he gets over... So 113, 107 contact. And 122 power. Not too bad, Jazz. Not too bad. That's like literally the best hitter on the Yankee team. Get this Judge out there. Yankees haven't gotten too many cards. Albeit they would have gotten one if Cody Bellinger was an all-star, deservingly so. But that's okay. They'll have their time. They'll have their time, I know. They'll have their time. And then in terms of pitchers, we got nothing today. But I should go through. See if they're... Witherspoon. This guy is outlier. Put him in there. And we'll keep Skeens and Freed. No more relievers. So we're still one short in the relievers. Well, it's a good card. I mean, he's got pretty stacked attributes. He's pretty dang good. I will say, it's really an argument between him and the O'Neal Cruz right now. O'Neal Cruz is way more hitting, but way worse defense. But you kind of need a defense at short. Junior Caminero plays there too, but his defense, I think, will be even worse than Cruz. Willits, I've heard... J Mills compared his swing to Ted Simmons. And he's got speed. The only downside is he doesn't get live series quirks. O'Neal Cruz gets some... Caminero only has Rally Monkey. Jazz gets the quirks, though. And Byron Buxton, I'm pretty sure he's a pretty good quirk player. Cal Raleigh, though. This card is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that card actually came out. Let's make this lineup real quick. Cal Raleigh moves up to the 2. This lineup is, I gotta say, in terms of like this is like a very fun lineup. Like, we literally have so many of like the most like iconic performers of 2025. Like 1 through 4, we got PCA, Raleigh, Judge, Ohtani, all MVP candidates on the AL NL side, like the big 4 over there. We got the #1 draft pick. We got 2 guys who crushed it in the Derby, Caminero and Buxton. J-Ram having a great year, of course. Olsen's kind of like the odd man out, and we'll probably replace him, just namesake-wise. Still very good. We're going to put Will Smith here. Sad Lindor isn't there, but, you know, he's going to make the God Squad. I think if I'm making my God Squad, I don't think I like Willett's swing enough yet for me to use him there. Glaber didn't last long. Can we get an F in the chat for 96 Glaber? It was a fun ride, Glabe. It was a fun ride, King. Honestly, I really did like Soto. I might keep him around. He's almost like a home run derby card. Just He's actually slightly worse, but it's kind of min-maxing. Soto got the quirks. Probably keep him there for now. But here, O'Neal, Buck. I'm gonna keep it at that. Just got a chase pack. I got one yesterday. I pulled Dookie out of it. Absolute Dookie. We're actually making pretty solid progress on this stuff. So I need 13 more players. We'll get one of them from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it looks like you need to get one more of these guys. I'm not going to buy him yet. Not going to, but I'm actually not that far from Ethan Holiday. We'll play the Conquest maybe once tomorrow. We're going to focus on Diamond Quest, though, before new content comes out, so we could, whatchamacallit, so we can really make sure we have enough stubs for All-Star Game stuff. But I would say that was a monumental dub of a day. I didn't expect to get Dumper. They made that a little nicer than expected, especially if you hopped on right away today. And this team looks gross. Absolutely filthy. I don't think I'll play a single game of ranked. Like, I like how they did the early weekend classic. I think that's pretty cool. I don't like how they did it during All-Star Week when there's all this content to grind. Albeit it's fast. I don't like how they did it now of all times. I kind of wish they did it like first month, second month of the year to test it rather than right now. Because I'm just going to be entirely missing out on it. Not going to be, not have enough rank played. But yeah, I think that's going to call it here. Tomorrow I got a pack for my trip to Tampa. I'm going to play a bunch of Destiny 2 because the DLC drops. If you want to hang out with me, we will be live like all day starting probably around 2 o'clock Eastern at General Ballpark. We're going to go live, play a bunch of Destiny 2 because that DLC comes out. That'll be very fun. All-Star Game, I assume, starts at 8 tomorrow, right? Probably same time as the Derby tonight, 7, 8 o'clock, right? And we'll go live for that general latter part of the game or when the game starts. Play some Diamond Quest, see if we can get some extra stubs. If not, so be it. And play a little bit after the Home Run Derby drops, but not much because I got to edit the last part of that into a video and head out to Tampa at like 4 a.m. tomorrow or the next day. So basically, it's going to be a rush tomorrow, starting after the All-Star Game in a good way. And I'm glad that we got a bunch done more than I expected today. Because I feel like the fact the Home Run Derby stuff went as well as it did makes me okay if it doesn't go well tomorrow. So, big dubs. I think today was fun. I hope SES keeps up tomorrow, makes All-Star Game stuff not that bad. Hopefully that recap program drops some more of the packs for free too, to balance those cards' prices a bit. That would be a huge dub. But yeah, well, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. We'll be back at it again, like I said. Make sure you follow here on the Twitch. This is where I'm always live, no matter what I play. Like I said, we'll do the MLB stuff later tomorrow. If you're on YouTube, we'll be live for the All-Star Game stuff later in the day, just for that segment. I do implore you join the Twitch if you do enjoy the streams. Want to see more of me? I'll be streaming a bunch of variety games on there, just because I play other games in my free time. It's fun to stream that while I'm also, just hanging out playing them anyway. And then TikTok, folks, you guys came with the love. This was, without a doubt, probably my best TikTok stream ever. So if you haven't followed, make sure you do. We're going to be at it a bunch here in the near future on the TikTok here. So I hope you guys enjoyed How Do I Have Cal? It honestly wasn't that bad. Just had to buy the players in the pack, and the program took an hour to complete. It was just stacking players on a team, hitting homers with them. It was actually really not bad. See the tweets of Vinny Pasquantino. I saw one of his tweets he made about the mound meetings with his team. It was pretty funny. Mind if you DM me on Instagram? Yeah. Hit me with it. I'm not sure how much we'll be doing. I'm not sure what the event looks like in terms of like people being able to go to the event or where we're going to be at, but feel free to message me for sure. So yeah, I gotta say W day. I'm going to keep yapping. I got to end and get into relax mode. I got to quickly cut up this stuff from today and put it into my video that I'm editing. So guys, I appreciate the love. Thank you all for hanging with me. Tomorrow, we're just going to probably do some chill Diamond Quest grinding, whatever we end up doing to get some stubs in the pocket. And we're going to make it a good day, all right? Or I should say before the All-Star game. We're going to do that a little bit before the All-Star game. Stuff drops in game. So we'll do to keep ourselves busy. Stuff will come out. Then we'll go grind new content and see what happens. You guys have a splendid night, though. I'll see you again tomorrow. So we'll be live in the afternoon tomorrow if you want to hang out with me even more. But if you're here for baseball, I get it as well. We'll be live later for that. So you guys have a swell night. Make sure you follow, sub wherever you're watching. I appreciate all the love. I hope you guys enjoy the home run derby stuff. I had a lot of fun with it. I guess yes cooked. And I will see you again tomorrow. Have a splendid, fantastic night. I don't know why that's doing that. I don't know why that's doing that. I will have to